welcome to Exploding Heads Horror Movie Podcast, episode 224. You know what's up. Here I am, half-assing it as best I can. Christian's better than a half-ass.
Yeah.
You know?
I'm three-quarters ass.
Yeah, well, I'm not going to say that our guest is a whole ass because that wouldn't be very nice. So, and he's not a whole ass. Let's just face it. I know a lot of whole asses and assholes, and he is neither, but he's one of our favorite people. Mr. Watson, what's up, brother?
Buddies, my friends, it is the joy of my day to be sitting down with the two of you to do this BS show, man. I can't wait to follow your lead and see what happens, man. I'm the rabbit. There's the rabbit hole. You guys just went in. I'm following you. Let's do this.
I don't even know. I know it's lists. I know it's a kind of continuation from what we did last week, but Dave's kept me. He's been Mysterio over here. But it's been almost a year, right? I mean, you were on our year-end show last year. I think we did part 1 and part 2. Then we did part 3 with B. But I think it was January of last year. It's been a long time.
How the time flies, my goodness. Yeah, you've commented a few times when we've DM'd occasionally, Christian. Like, I'm not on social media really. I'm sort of like taking the Dave. Yeah, he's thumbs upping, giving the old thumbs up ski. Yeah, just nowhere to be found these days. I want to change that a little bit this year with like the podcast pages. I used to listen to all the episodes. Well, still do, but I would comment and let everybody know, what I was thinking about it. And hey, good job, everybody. And I don't know, that brought me a lot of warmth. And, we could all use warmth this holiday season.
Oh,
absolutely.
Ain't it the truth?
And I got to admit, other than Messenger, I'm not on it much. I shouldn't say I'm not on it at all, but I don't post a lot. I might comment on something. I just commented, someone was talking about watching the Silent Night, the Loose remake that came out 10 years ago or so.
Yeah, Jason Whittington, I think, was doing that. He commented over on the Watsy page, and I love that movie. I watch it every year.
Yeah, same. I enjoy it.
Oh, really? Yeah. Awesome. Yeah, I was telling him that I think if that movie, what was it, 2012? Silent Night 2012?
Yeah, I believe so, yeah.
Yeah, if it had nailed the snowy holiday atmosphere, it would be like a classic. I mean, it would be one of the best.
Yeah, it was a dry Christmas.
Yeah, right.
It didn't have the extra snow that they put in Bloody Christmas last year, where it looked like there was like you're sprinkling that dehydrated potato shit all over the place. I don't know what they use for movie magic snow.
And not keto friendly.
Like CG snow. Not keto friendly.
No, it's not.
Yeah. No, I doubt it, man. Not much is. Oh,
don't eat the snow.
Watson, are you keto friendly at this point?
We're getting back to it. We kind of have to.
Boy.
We'll just say that. If I got to be a good boy, we got to be treating the old vessel right, so.
Brother, you better treat yourself right. Absolutely. You more than almost anybody. Me,
she wanted to be treated right.
I treated her right.
That's what's so crazy.
Watson? Yeah. That's what's so. What movie is that, Watson? Could you tell? Right. I treated her right. She wanted to be treated right.
Oh man. Tell it.
You broke up with BJ Betty?
There you go. That's a better example. I'll say she's all right.
Yeah. We never get to see BJ Betty. Yeah,
he's not
the final chapter.
Yeah.
I don't want the final chapter.
The final chapter. Yeah, I like that. Yeah, like I was telling you last time I think I was around, without B and sort of the Jewish influence, you guys got to go full Italian. Remember, I was like saying you guys should be stirring sauces and so that's what everybody would see when they're watching the videos. They see like Dave sitting there stirring a sauce, Christian's got an apron, and you're just like, oh.
I'd love to say that we took that on, but as you can tell, we haven't.
Well, that's okay.
Much to Carly's chagrin, because I think she was the one that was like all on board with it too.
Carly had my back on that one. Yeah, so that's good. Yeah,
I remember.
Maybe we should teach Carly to cook Italian food, and then she can be cooking, and I could be cooking. I don't think C will be cooking, but you could sit there and eat garlic bread or something.
I could cook. Why not? I'm not a good cook, but I'm not like
because I can't see the way your household is. You being able to take this camera, this computer and sit it in the kitchen and cook and host a podcast. I figured you got too much action in your kitchen.
Oh yeah, I can't. I definitely can't multitask. That's for sure. And
See
what
what
is
I'm saying?
multitasking anyway? I hate when people say I can multitask. I mean, really,
Juggling.
yeah,
Juggling.
that
That's
was a
what it
big
is. It's
thing.
balls.
That was the.
Aside from
You know?
juggling, the studies seem to show that like nobody can really multitask right. Like, it just
Exactly.
isn't a thing.
Yeah,
It just means you do a bunch of things like shit
that was
at the same time. Yeah.
That was you do everything's half-assed, but you're doing multiple things at once. It was or three-quarters ass. Let's call back to the beginning of the show already. It was this is what was
bleached ass.
Thank you. Thank you.
Bleach.
But that was a big resume thing. You put that on your resume, multitasker. And now if people I think would just like to really if you put that on your resume now, people would just screw you. You'd be like, get out of this interview. You're not even invited in.
I love it. I love it.
It's virtual. I can't talk. We got to get into this flow again. Let's get ready to the list. No, I'm joking.
I was going to tell you something. About
that hat you're wearing.
Oh, I always wear this hat in the winter.
Well, you have a hat there. Watson's got a hat in his little pick here. I almost feel like I got to run down and grab a hat.
Go ahead. You got a cowboy hat or something? Go throw it on.
Actually, I do have a cowboy.
Yes.
How did I know he would have a cowboy hat?
Oh,
It's out of
brother,
control.
he has Dave Z. If he has a cowboy hat, that is going to make my night.
Look
Oh,
at this guy. He looks like Indiana Jones.
yeah.
Oh yeah, it's more Indiana Jones.
There he is, Indiana Jones.
Or Freddy-esque.
Yeah, little
Oh,
Freddy.
okay.
Yeah, like New Nightmare Freddy. Never want to play.
Well,
Get a
mainly
patch.
Freddy's Revenge, I'd say.
Yeah.
Look at this. What the hell?
Not bad.
This is all fucked up here.
That's what hats are. Hats are fucked up. I got a bunch of hats, and most of them are fucked up. It's really hard to get a perfect hat. I do have one perfect hat, but for the lifetime, I've been like married to so many hats over the years. You know what I mean? Where I've worn them for 2, 3, 4 years at a time.
How does
But I gotta
Irene
tell
feel
you,
about that?
most of she's okay. You know, they're mostly fucked up hats though. Most of them don't fit the way I want them to, or they're just something. But I've had a couple. The hats are just fucked up.
I got a fucked
Dude,
up head. So
I got a fucked up head. You're probably right. It's
no,
small,
I got.
but big in the back.
I don't know if you do. I do. I do. It's
Oh,
all.
okay. Yeah, maybe.
No.
I don't know. Your head looks okay. You know.
Well, thank
Back
you.
to head. Yeah. What were we saying? Oh, social media. Back to that. You're not being on it really once, and I'm not really being on it.
Yeah.
That's what it was. What you were saying before, that is the thing that would always suck me back in. I would miss doing something that I enjoyed like that. Like even like now, I want to be talking to like in the found footage group, because I I go through phases where I'll watch a lot of found footage for a month, and then I'll go into something else. But I have a feeling one's coming around again. And when I go to the found footage group in in Facebook, it's really cool. A lot of recommends. I can talk to people about it that they're passionate about it like I am. So I do miss doing that. There's a
Well, why
couple
don't you do
other
that?
things that I'm like,
Can't you do
because
that? And not feel.
I can't. As soon as I activate my Facebook, as soon as I make a venture, right, and I try to keep it this or that, there'll be a time I'll be bored, something will happen, I'll start going into something else, and the snowball effect. That is why I can't do that. But I do miss things. But I know that every time I go back, that's how I go back. I go in innocently saying, it's like gambling or anything. It's like, here, the first bet's free, or this, or here's your first hit. You know what I mean? What have you? But it just, things happen. So this is what's so crazy. I had to find something to fill the void. And for the longest time, it became YouTube. Always on YouTube. And I go through the same thing there. I'm on a kick. I go on different kicks on YouTube, on the rabbit hole for this, and this. Then I bounce around and do all kinds of stuff. A lot, honestly. Problem is the commercials now.
Oh,
have you got, dude?
They're horrible. The last couple of months have just gotten worse.
Dude, that's why I stopped using them now, and I'm having issues because now I'm playing Euchre, the card game. Now I'm playing card games on my phone on my spare time. It's where it used to be Facebook or YouTube. But YouTube was going good for a long time. All of a sudden, like you said, Watts or Christian, the last 2 months, the commercials are out of fucking control.
Yeah.
And not just that, the censorship on YouTube now.
Oh, well.
You can't say words. You can't say 13. You can't say the number 13.
Well, how are we able to? How was our show when we post the live shows? Are they able to be aired then? Like, I mean, it's
okay.
I mean, I put all the
say,
provisions in. I say that, you know, it contains explicit material or whatever.
Doesn't matter. Okay, let's test it out. I'll say this, and one day it's going to be on YouTube. Huh? Okay, I'm going to say that, and it's not true, but
Like
they
2
probably
years.
don't care. They probably have people looking. My next door neighbor's cousin just got busted. There was a sting operation, and he went on a chat client, and he met up with a 13-year-old girl, and he went over to meet her. You know, they were having a dialogue for sexual reasons. He wanted to have sex with a 13-year-old girl. Okay. The reason I said that is because I watch a lot of these shows with Skeet Hansen and some other people that have do these stings for pedophiles. It's one of the things. But as I'm watching them, the word I just said, when they accuse someone and they meet them, they go, it says right here, you can't meet a 13-year-old girl. They can't even say the word 13.
Oh, wow.
Anymore, when it goes to something like that, they put up a beep or they put a picture there. You can't do that. You can't say people, if they post things, it'll say somebody busted for child porn, not porn, PHORN. They can't say that, and you can't say kill yourself anymore.
Unalive.
Unalive.
Yeah, you gotta say unalive.
Dude, it is a whole other level of censorship. And between all the crazy censorship and the crazy amounts, dude, it's out of control. Crazy amounts of fucking commercials now. And here's the worst part. I would have paid to get rid of the commercials for how much I watch it. You know how much you gotta pay?
Oh, it's ridiculous.
$20.
Yeah, it's like Netflix pricing. I thought the same thing too. I looked at it because it keeps trying to get me to jump on Netflix Premium or whatever, or YouTube Premium, and I'm like, oh, I thought it was like $2 a month or something like that. No problem. Yeah, $20. I'm like, fuck you.
Just to turn off the fucking commercials. That's if it was like $6, even that. I mean, Hulu alone is like $6 with commercials. All you're doing is getting rid of it. They call it premium because you get other shit that nobody really wants or cares about.
Yeah,
that's what they fucking market it. Yeah, they market it. Nobody fucking needs it. So, and there was this other thing called Premium Light, but it was only available in the UK and some other countries, and it was like $8. And I kept looking, are they going to bring Premium Light to the States? Is it going to come here? And recently I found out the last few months that they completely rid themselves of Premium Light everywhere. So nobody can get it. So if you want to get rid of commercials on YouTube, you have to spend over $20 a month to do that.
Yeah.
So
or you have a hacker son who I haven't seen a YouTube commercial in 10 years.
Oh, so the same thing he did with Tubi, he's able to do with YouTube?
Yeah, he just got this whole suite of ad blockers that he applied to the computer, and everything we watch. Now it could be different because a lot of people, watch their TV through their TV and the apps. We watch the television and everything on it through our computer outside. So I can also do gaming out there, and he can do gaming in his room. We'll play Dead by Daylight and all that stuff. So everything I watch is through a computer he built, and it's just loaded with ad blockers. I haven't seen a commercial anywhere, but in forever. But regarding the censorship you're talking about, Dave, there's a kind of a child sex offender a predator catcher that I watch, but this guy would not be, I don't think what's that?
Schwarzenegger? Is he?
That's good. This guy's name's Alex Rosen, and he's on Rumble. So you it's where you can say all the words. You know what I mean?
Rumble.com.
Yeah, it's one of those.
That girl was talking about. Okay.
Yeah, so that's one of those, because YouTube is, it's been captured years ago. Big tech is, its own, technocracy and everything like that. And so, I know I'm sounding like Alex Jones right now, but it's true. I mean, I've known people who've just had their channels taken off for just the most ridiculous reasons that aren't controversial, and there's just it's gotten too big, and so a lot of people have migrated over to Rumble, and you'll find things over there where it's like, yo, I haven't heard that word in the wild in quite a while, but but I think it's what's the guy's name, Predator Poachers or something like that. I can't remember it's like, but yeah, he's pretty cool. That's some pretty fun content, but you got to go to Rumble because sometimes words will slip out, but he could say all this stuff, nothing's being censored over there.
See, you know what a lot of them do now? They don't, I know this one is on Rumble. I listened to this one. I watched this once sometimes. It's a girl doing it, and she's actually doing it all. She's sending the text through the phones. She's doing it all, and then she meets them and everything. And her name is Courtney Elizabeth or something, and she's on there. But she always says that there's stuff on Rumble too, and you can go there.
Right? That'll be the uncut. That'll be the stuff where they can actually say the things, and
that's good. They have a lot of them, but here's what a lot of them are also doing: they're giving you so much. And then they're saying, go to my, it's not Patreon, but it's like
Locals.
Patreon. Locals.
Yeah.
They'll say, go to my Locals, and then you can get this video uncut, hear the words, this and that.
I've heard good things about Locals.
I'm happy that they're doing it. And I'm not one to complain about it. I shouldn't be. But I'm just saying all that time on YouTube, it was there. You didn't have to do this. And there's commercials on YouTube. So people, the people, I don't think they're happy about having to go to Locals. I think they would rather get on YouTube uncut and get the revenue from ad services, to be honest. But what choice did they have? They had to go out and do that. So it's just unfortunate. And man, see, we should have saw this. Dude, we should have saw this coming years ago. People were saying, and if you said anything against this or this, you were labeled a one of these. Yeah. And right, and you guys know what I'm saying. And I'm not one of these. I was just a guy that's saying, or one of those, just saying, hey, we better watch ourselves with this censorship. You can't police what everybody's saying all the time. This and where's it going to stop? Well, now look at us, and it's unfortunate. But
I didn't even know what Rumble was. I had no clue what Rumble was. I brought it up really quickly. And it looked exactly like Facebook or exactly like YouTube.
It's like an alternative YouTube.
Yeah.
Basically, it's where you go if you're like, okay, my content may get me kicked off YouTube for whatever reason, be it political, be it anything. I mean, these days YouTube has just become a clusterfuck of, not just censorship, but the impersonal nature of, hey, I got a strike in my channel for copyright stuff. Let me talk to somebody who can help me with this. And there's nobody. It's just AI bots. YouTube has just gotten too big. And, a lot of people have kind of rebelled against that. And there are other reasons, you could go to Rumble if you want to do it for those reasons. It's a you really want to get into it, then you go look up BitChute. And then that's where you'll start seeing, you'll see it in the titles. It'll be like, a Jewish beep, 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 beep. And you're like, whoa, you can't say that. That's
wow.
Ooh, boy. Yeah. That's okay.
I don't want to see that.
I don't want to see that either.
But I want to be able to watch something where people can say words like kill themselves instead of unalive themselves, which is so fucking, how can they get by using words like this on the regular? And instead of saying, they say CP for child porn, and they say, what's the other word? Child abuse, they call CA. They just will not say these things.
Yeah.
How can they not say them on YouTube, yet they could say them on your television? They could say it on your fucking local news, not even cable news, but on your local news. They can easily say child abuse or child porn or somebody committed suicide. I know they can.
Oh, yeah. They absolutely can, and they do. Do you remember the Louis C.K. bit like from 10 years ago where he's like, no, don't say the F word or the N word. That's just you getting around it. And you're making me say it in my own head.
Yeah.
Right.
It's true. I've always said it too. Like, what makes the N word better than actually like, it's just, you're censoring the word, but you're still saying it essentially.
Yeah. You just avoid at all costs. Just,
I know. What's it going to take? One day there's going to be a racist group, right? They're going to come out and they're going to call themselves they're going to use the word N-word in their thing as something to, and then people will say, you can't say that anymore. We should stage it just to get it banned. That'd be great. I'll just pretend I'm a racist. We'll form this group. You know what I mean?
I'll bring my tiki torches. I'll bring the tiki torches. My Hawaiian family has them. So we've already got them.
and then we'll
Not
get
for
the
racist
word
reasons,
N
but-
word.
Yeah.
Racist reason.
Oh boy. Yeah, this is the getting kicked off of YouTube when it hits.
Yeah. I'll set up the
Yeah.
Rumble account tomorrow.
Yeah. Get your connect your locals to your Rumble account, which is basically the Patreon for that's connected to it. Yeah, that's good stuff. That's good stuff.
Well, luckily Patreon now allows us to record or upload the video right to it. So
Bravo.
Oh, that's cool.
yeah, so like that's fairly new. So
So
the
that's what you do
video-
here. It
Now
goes
I
straight
do.
onto it?
The last 2 episodes have gone straight. So the audio has been on there for like that for a while.
Nice.
And then I'd upload the audio when it was time on well, Spotify. It was Anchor, but it's been taken over by Spotify now. And now I'll be doing that for YouTube as well. I still have probably a year before I'll have to worry about that though, because we have all those
Oh.
ready to go already. I just have to hit public,
Oh, wow. Okay.
which makes it easy, but
That's cool. Do you set like an alarm on your phone for a year?
no.
Oh.
There's no science to it. I go, oh shit, I forgot to release one of the old ones to the masses,
Yeah.
as I like to say. And then I just go on YouTube and do it. That's
Oh, cool.
that's the whole scheduling thing.
Yeah, man, that's the thing. One of the reasons I think I need to get back on social media a little bit more is instead of just zero social media, is because when you're a podcaster, there is like I do these shows with Jay of the Dead, and he has no social media. He has even less social media presence than I do, and so when you have two people on a show or on two different shows, or with me and Dave Z, we're all these people who avoid social media like at all costs, but there's like a responsibility you have to your listeners to, hey, how about I post the fucking episode so it happened, and engage in the conversations like we used to do and like I used to do every day, and it's just like, man, I can't even do that. Do I suck that fucking much? It's like, okay, I gotta at least learn to get on there to promote the stuff to the people who give a shit, and it's like, if I can't do that, like Jay and I rib each other all the time about that, because it's like, man, he's not going to change. I know he's not going to suddenly decide to make all the accounts. And I'm just like, damn, like I could. Yeah. So it sounds like you relate, see?
Well, Dave used to do all that, really.
Oh, Dave,
he used to
back
do
in the
most
day?
of. Yeah,
Dave
he
was
would
a
do
social
most of
media
it.
beast.
I would just jump on here and there, to be honest. And so I'm not that good. And now that he's gone, I'll go in and I'll just say, hey, these are available now. And I don't even do that well. Like, because I mean, I upload everything. I do the editing, I'll do all that stuff. But so like the last thing I really want to do is be on social media for more than just a quick check-in. Like usually I thumbs up something or make a quick comment, but I don't post anything other than in our pages. Like on my other feed, it's coming up probably close to a year since I actually posted something. It's probably like January, February of earlier this year.
Oh man.
Wow. Yeah. How about what did you say something about a quick chicken earlier?
A quick chicken?
I love what I'm hearing.
No.
Yeah, he said something. He goes, man, I'll just come in for a quick chicken.
Check in.
I'm pretty sure you said chicken. I'm just
chicken.
I'm
probably. The way I talk, who knows? Yeah, quick chicken.
Dude, I saw this video of this parakeet, and he's talking to Siri, and the parakeet talks. He sounds just like a human, and he goes, "Hey Siri," and then he goes, "Tell me about chicken." He says. It's so funny. He says, "Tell me about chicken," and then he says, "Tell me about parakeets and tell me about birds." But he goes, "Hey Siri," and then the Siri will call up and go, "Bing." And they go, "What do you want?" or whatever Siri says, and then he would say something. "Oh, tell me about chicken." Oh, it's fucking so funny.
Thank God they threw ads on that video, so that
dude, look it up. Parakeet, and what's that called? Siri, or something. Look it up. I'm telling you, watch their parakeet's great. You guys,
quick chicken.
Yeah,
a quick chicken, baby.
So I don't even know. Things are what they are. YouTube. What were you just saying? See, I don't know.
What was I just saying? I was just saying that like you were always
you pop in. Oh, that's it. That's what we were
Yeah.
saying. We were talking about the
Yeah.
social media. Yeah, see, that's what kept me in for so long. The fucking podcasts. That's
Yeah.
what kept me in. And then I got to the point, I'm like, I did so much work with it and this and that, but I'm like, is it?
Well-
I got to the point where I had to weigh it out. Is it worth it to
But-
keep
and all
promoting
it's-
to do this?
I'll tell you why, because you have to deal with the people. And
I
what we found
know.
out is that a lot of the people that we deal with are fucking assholes.
Yeah, I feel
Not
you on that.
everybody, not all
No,
you
no
out
way.
there, but there's a
No.
lot of assholes.
Oh, dude,
And some of
somebody
them
was,
some of them were in our core group.
Well,
Let's be honest. Some
yeah.
of them were in the core group. That
Dude, yeah, I
there's a
recently had
butting of
somebody-
heads.
somebody going at me on Twitter who I don't know, but I think it's a fake account, and I think I may know who's behind it. And they're just going at me, deliberately misinterpreting stuff I've said in episodes, and I'm just like, oh, I'm trying to give this person like a nice, healthy interaction on social media by not getting mad and not unleashing like I want to, but and I haven't. But I've just gotten to the point where it's just like, all right, I just ignore everything this person says when they're just like deliberately It's like, are you stupid on fucking purpose? Like,
And you
what
think
the-
this is someone that is like part of our core
do I
group?
know him? Do I know
no,
this
I don't
person?
think so. I think this is somebody who is a listener of Jay's. And
Okay.
yeah, on one of our
Jay
shows,
listener
and
beef with
has
Watson.
found a clever way to kind of poke the bear a little bit, and it's just like, oh my god.
The polar bear.
The polar bear. Yes, I was watching polar bear videos while I was waiting on you here with Zoom.
Nice. You know about Watson and polar bears, right, Christian?
I don't know if I do.
Oh, he fucking
Just-
loves them.
I'm obsessed with them, man. I love polar
Yeah.
bears.
Yep, loves
It's
them.
like all my, if you go through my Instagram, if I had a girl and she would have grabbed my phone and be like, I'm going through your Instagram to see what you're looking at, I'd be like, all right, you're going to see nothing, literally nothing but polar bears and like people chopping wood.
Is that like gay guys from the north? Gay hairy men from the north?
Northwest,
Yeah,
Christian.
yeah.
It all sounded sexual. Polar bears and
It's
people
nuts.
chopping wood.
Yeah,
know?
people chopping. So you must love that scene where Steve Christie's just hacking away at that stump at the beginning of Friday the 13th
I do like
It
that
just-
scene.
in those shorts, in those jean shorts.
Well, two birds, one stone, the whole thing,
What movie do they chop wood in? Another one. Oh, how about that
five?
movie Mandy? Mandy, he saw. Oh, he saws down trees, doesn't
Yeah,
he?
yeah,
Yep. It's not quite the same, right?
that's fine.
There's also Vic in
Oh.
part 5.
That's true. You like to see
You
trees
just-
get killed? I can't believe this. Really? You like to see trees get killed, Watson?
No. What you go do is like, if you're like, say you're gonna do like a sort of like an outdoor adventure, like camping or something like that, you go find standing dead wood or like brush
Okay.
and stuff like that. You don't have to kill a live tree whatsoever, and it helps clear the all that bramble out for you get a rogue lightning strike that happens
Mhm.
all the time. It starts forest fires and all that stuff. Clearing that stuff out helps the whole woodland economy.
See, I should have known better than to ask. Okay, that's good. No, it's a good answer. I'm saying I should have known that Watson didn't like to see trees getting killed.
No, I don't.
It's not in his, genetics.
Yeah, it's not like little kids or pets. I mean, come on.
Wow.
I know. I still don't mind the pet thing. I always try, like anytime I hear, one of the people I listen to on the horror podcast, oh, a cat died in the movie. And I'm always like, all right, I want to get in their head and feel what they feel and feel that sadness. And it's just like, well, yeah, I don't. But and I won't make fun of them. I won't say people who think animals, when they get, frustrated when animals die in movies are a bunch of beeps. You can hear that word on Rumble. What I said, but because you could say it there, but yeah, I don't really mind, the kids and the animals thing, but I'm not like rooting for it, like
I
I
don't
know.
know about rooting for it, but when it happens, it's always a pleasant surprise.
I'm rooting for it with kids.
Yeah,
definitely,
Dave with kids. Yeah, I know.
For
I know about
kids,
you.
dude, it's great. 100%. Animals depends on the situation.
Oh, fair enough. Yeah,
Depends on, sometimes.
not heartless.
No. I mean, I get sad about cats, but I don't say don't kill a cat in a movie.
Yeah.
Because it impacts me. So it's almost like the things that I say that I like because they work on me. When I say something works on me, it gives me an uneasy feeling.
That's
so
what you're looking
just-
for.
That's
You're looking
there
for
you
that
go.
impact. Yeah.
Thank you. See, some people don't want that uneasy feeling. I welcome it. I'm okay with
Yeah.
that feeling watching a movie. It's 100 times better than most of the feelings that I freaking get in real life on a daily basis. So I
Sure.
mean,
Sure.
seriously, if a movie makes me uneasy, that's fine. I'd rather a movie make me feel uneasy than freaking my day-to-day operations. You
No
know?
kidding, man. Yeah, definitely.
That's how I feel. Yeah, I
It's
saw
a
cat was
reaction,
lost.
man. It's not
I was
that's never a
sad.
bad thing, unless it's there like trying to push buttons kind of on purpose, and that always just irks me because I'm like, oh, kind of, I don't know, you're just trying to be shocking for shock value's sake.
Just
Like
the
it's
cheapest way to get the
yeah,
the reaction. Sure.
yeah, that then I'm not on board.
No. I mean, it's hard to say. It just depends on the scene. When I can't tell you until I see the way it plays out.
Yeah.
When it plays out, I'm like, okay, oh, that was cool. And other times, I'm like, it was unnecessary. So I get it, but it's unexpected. I want to see what's unexpected, whether it's good or it's bad. That's what I've learned about myself, is that I just like to swerve. It just, if I'm thinking something's going to go one way, I want to see it go another. Yeah, I want the rug pulled up from under me. I don't want to guess everything when I watch something. When I can guess everything, it kind of sucks. Anytime I watch something that isn't horror, I can pretty much guess everything that's going on in the movie. I'm like, okay, well, this is going to lead to this. Like regular storytelling, especially like comedies and stuff nowadays, and just like, I don't know, just regular movies. It's in most cases, I can tell where it's going to go. However, when I can't and it really blows me away, then it really does. There's been some, actually, I haven't seen any 10 out of 10 horror movies since 2019, but I have seen 10 out of 10, movies that are not genre movies. So for sure, there's been some good movies.
Did you see Godzilla? Did we talk about this? Are you going to see it? Everybody's blowing it left, right, and center.
People are. Yeah.
Yeah. And I don't know if I'll have a chance to get out to see it, but
I don't really care about Godzilla. I know people don't like hearing that. It just never was my thing.
Yeah, I'm a total Godzilla normie. I've seen stuff over the years, and Derek for a while was telling us, Derek B was saying for years, you got to see Shin Godzilla, you got to see Shin Godzilla, and finally for podcast Under the Stairs I did. I was like, that was awesome. That was fucking amazing.
Yeah. Well, that was his favorite of the year. And he's a huge Godzilla fan.
Yeah, he is, and it won me over. Derek was right, and so I'm hearing similar good things about this new one. It is helmed by Japan rather than our kind of American meager attempts to, make something of Godzilla. Because I'll tell you, I sort of flipped out. My son and I were watching Kong versus Godzilla, or Godzilla versus Kong, and there's the part where they have their like second go round, and and after the fight's over, I think Kong won that round, and fucking Alexander Skarsgård looks out the plane, the window of the plane, and he goes, "Round 2 goes to Kong," and I just went, "Fuck you!"
That movie, I did not like that movie at all. With the Middle Earth shit. It was just like, I'm like, what the fuck are you trying to sell me here? I didn't like that at all. And I didn't even like the Doherty one all that much. That was
I wanted to because it's him.
Exactly. For same, they feel like they have no weight to them at all.
That's what I'm hearing about this new one. Is I guess Godzilla -1 is harkening back to the the pains of fresh war torn Japan, off of
let it go, Japan
and everything. And so
no, but I get it, and that's what I've heard. And I'm kind of like you. I'm a normie, but it's not like an like Godzilla or anything like that. But I'm not rushing out to see it. But people, it's on a lot of. It's not even just on top 10s. It's on number 1 lists.
Ooh, okay.
Yeah, like making a lot of number 1 lists. I mean, I'm glad because we were talking about this episode being our year end. I said, listen, I still have to see a handful of movies that I first watch, and this will give me a chance to rewatch a couple that I've just, something stuck with me, even if they were kind of, I kind of rated them middling. One of them is Pale Blue Eye from the beginning of this year, because visually I really liked it, but I remember it kind of being dull, but I think it was just fresh at the beginning of the year. I wasn't
Yeah.
really giving it my full attention, and I really wanted to revisit that. You
Well,
actually,
but-
I think, liked that. Did you not?
Yeah, I reviewed that over on Jay the Des New Horror Movies, and yeah, I'm pretty high on that one.
Well,
That's
that gives me the
so
motivation
definitely
to check it out again.
definitely check that one out again. And I'll tell you this, dude, as a sort of a lead up to this year-end episode coming up, I have work to do, brother. I got I got movies to watch, and I'm not watching them. That's the thing. I'm just like in this lazy rut of just not doing. I'm mismanaging my time with regards to cultivating that end of the year list, man. And it's like, it's painful. I have at least far too many to watch. Like it's
2 weeks
terrible.
ago, 2 weeks ago, I was right there with you. I said I have all these heavy hitters, and now I feel like I've cleaned out most of the heavy hitters.
Okay.
There's still a
Cool.
handful that I just said I want to get done. Some of them, like, I don't know if they're heavy hitters necessarily, but I mean, they're ones that I just have on the list to check out.
Yeah. And you were talking about, feeling like you want to give The Pale Blue Eye another chance. I have two that are almost certainly going to be on everybody's list from this year, and I'll just say them. Talk to Me and When Evil Lurks, where I know I'm going to be high on these movies, but that first view, I need to do the Dave Z second view, because those first viewings, I loved what I saw, but I don't think I understood these movies. And it just happens sometimes. Sometimes I feel like all the synapses fire off and I can write a dissertation and teach a class on what happened in a movie. And then other times I just sit there and I'm like, I don't know, man. I think this was good, but I don't know why.
When Evil Lurks, we talked about last week, I liked it, thoroughly enjoyed it. So, but then when I talk about the nitpicks I had with it, it makes it sound like I hated the film, but I did not. It will be on my list.
Yeah.
It's just, I was expecting this to be my number one based on what I was hearing
Gotcha.
and whatnot. And it's not.
Yeah, I think the Dark Discussions podcast did a really good review of that movie and did it some real justice. But I think that they were all kind of in that same vein, where I think, our buddy Eric, who's listening, old Eric Webster, who, yes, Eric, by the time you hear this, I will have seen Godzilla. I promise, man. He's texting me like every day, like, see it. But they did a really good review of When Evil Lurks. And I was pretty, it made me like the movie more, and I already liked it a lot. Dave, we did that review with Jay and the boys.
Yeah, dude.
Yeah, and
I'm
Christian on it. I just need to I got to get that Dave Z second view in,
Want to know what's weird though? Christian had the same complaint that Jay did about seeing that one.
I didn't hear the review. I didn't even hear the review. The mom,
you know what I'm talking
the daughter coming back. Again, the daughter coming back intact.
That was my complaint. I had that complaint too, Dave. Dave and Chris, Christian. I was, and now Jay, I think it was, Dave had some really good kind of rebuttals, and I think Dr. Bishop did too. Dr. Walking Dead also had some things to say, and you both are probably right. I need to, like I said, I got to get that second view in to really feel my way through that world. It was like that with Terrified, his 2018 movie, where it is one of those movies where you're rewarded upon rewatch. Dave, when we did our episode on Terrified over on Watsy, I think we did a good job at really diving deep into that movie, stuff that maybe you're not supposed to see first time around, and maybe that's what's going on here. I don't know. When Evil Lurks, so
I gotta watch that again.
That's not a bad thing. It's not a bad thing for sure.
No.
Yeah, I need to watch it again, start to finish. And I will. Talk to Me, I've actually watched 3 times because I wanted to show it to my family. And then I showed it to, did I show it to the guys? I probably showed it. Either way, I think, and I will say this, after 3 views, I'm not 100% on when certain things happen and when they don't and what they mean, but I have a better idea. And I have an appreciation for something that I didn't pick up on the first time. I just have to, I think that there's something in there, that there is a moment when something where it's all going to come clear, or maybe not. Maybe I'll watch it 3 more times and I still won't.
Dave, I'm right there with you with that movie, man. I have that same feeling about it, and that odd blockage where there's like a Rosetta Stone that once I can decode it, I'll go, okay, here's what's going on. I'll tell you this, though. Talk to Me did kind of piss me off a little bit. This is unrelated to anything, because I had this story that I never did finish, but it was always meant to be like designed for a horror movie and turned into a script where it was a bunch of not teenagers, they were older people like in their 30s, who were basically kind of in their sort of more mature party scene, and rather than using like some kind of relic to talk to the dead, they would fuck around with astral projection and kind of do party tricks with that. And then, well, staying too long over on the other side, things can see you that you don't want to be seen, by. And that was sort of where this goes and things like that. And it was a little similar with the party stuff where they're kind of having a good time with this relic and this hand and doing the thing where they're being possessed. I'm like, oh, that's like so close to what they were doing in my little story about astral projection, where they'll all sit there and then somebody can make something move in the room and then knock something over, lift someone up, and they're just like, oh, and drinking and astral projecting, and it's kind of wild. I wonder if I can spin that one. See,
definitely could. Yeah,
we'll talk. See,
yeah, don't talk to me. I've been dragging my feet on anything writing wise for a long time. It's brutal, man.
Same.
Oh, I get mad at myself, and then I just say, okay, I'll tomorrow, and then it just another week goes by. But
yeah, you're just like, man, I just want to unalive myself.
I have never once said that, nor will I ever.
Yeah, no. Yeah.
I hope not. Holy cow.
No, I'll just kill myself.
Indeed, baby.
Indubitably. There was something. Oh, I know what I want.
Something what?
We already talked about the other movie. Yeah, well, because this one had a good mix of everything. It's that Last Voyage again. The Last Voyage had like animal death, kid death, like, I don't know. It kind of ticked a lot of boxes. And again, not that I was asking for it. It just happened to have it.
Word. That's good. I got to watch that. See, I'm in the rewatch time now, but I'm going back. I'm still watching 2023s because more keep popping up. So I have more. I still have to watch Everyone Will Burn. I have to watch this movie, Project Wolf Hunting, if I can get my hands on it. I may not get to see Enos, man. I don't know. I got to watch The Blackening.
That name.
I know. It's funny.
Did you see It's a Wonderful Knife? I know a lot of people should avoid it.
There was an intentional skip by me.
You know what? It's you're not missing much.
It's not making my list.
It's not missing much. Good idea. But I mean, Totally Killer did it better with the way that they handled it, kind of like, slasher meets Back to the Future in a sense, and this is slasher meets It's a Wonderful Life, based on the name, as you can obviously imagine. But it's just something that's missing. It was just missing a few crucial elements, and maybe some tighter editing or something. I can't pinpoint everything, but I mean, the kills are also very generic, not goreless.
No.
But just, the typical stabbing and splattering of blood. So, but from a story wise, like I watched it and I was like, I don't hate it like a lot of people do, but it didn't elevate above. It needed something more. There's just a little bit too much on the nose. I just think they needed to be a little bit more playful with the script. But I didn't hate it like some people have been saying. It's kind of like a 6 out of 10.
6 out of 10. Okay.
Oh, that's okay. I've been watching. What the hell have I watched lately? See, I have a whole list in order of everything I've watched, so I could kind of like tell you what I've watched recently since the last show, because I kind of went on what did I see? The Satanic Hispanics, The Sacrifice Game, Hunter Killer, The Elderly.
Were they all good? Because you mentioned those to me last show to check out. Were they worth checking out?
Did I? Yeah, Lord of Misrule, Good Boy, and Raging Grace. Those are the I will tell you that everyone that I just mentioned is a 7 or higher, but 2. One got a 6, one got a 6.5. There's an 8 in there, a 7.5. The rest are 7s. So I mean, you tell me how you feel. I mean, I'd say they're worth checking out.
Did you see a
Hunter Killer? Richard Stern.
Yep, Richard Stern. Did you check that one out?
I didn't hear that one. Is this from 2023?
Quick Chicken, or what was it?
Yeah,
Oh yeah, quick chicken.
quick
I just come over
chicken.
for
Yeah,
for a
my
quick
number
chicken.
one of 2023 is Quick Chicken.
Creature is stirring, or was stirring. One of
Oh,
the two.
Oh, is
I
that any
skipped
good?
that one. That's an
Okay.
No,
intentional
wa-
skip as well. You tell
Okay.
me.
I haven't seen it yet. I was asking. It's on it's on the list, and I've been wanting to find out if and I don't know, Dave. You didn't mention you saw it. Maybe Watson checked this out. I don't know. Hashtag Chad gets the axe.
I've never even heard of that.
So supposedly this premiered last year at some film festivals, got fairly decent reviews, and it debuted, and it's streaming on like Apple TV, Prime, the usual suspects, but for paid to
Yeah.
purchase a rental or to purchase the movie, and it's been out since September, but nobody I know of have seen it. And I'm wondering if it's because it's not available, which is bizarre, but nefariously, like, because it seems like a lot of
Oh.
people, if you have MB or whatever, that might be the reason as to why. But I just wanted to find out if it's worth spending my $5.99 on.
Oh, yeah.
What movie? But that one that you keep
Hashtag
talking.
Chad gets the axe. Yeah.
I've never seen a hashtag movie that would make a list.
It was a
leave it at that.
retitle. It was a retitle, but there's been enough positive reviews, not from them. Like, don't look at like IMDb. I'm talking about like from the network. There's been some like usual, like all over the place reviews, but there's been enough positive that has made me interested in checking it out. And it's a found footage thing. The downfalls, it's about some influencers, which I'm not a fan of, but it seems like it's being done Deadstream wise. Why? Like with like live
Okay.
action feed coming in from their viewers and whatnot. And
Nice,
Deadstream did it
okay.
well, so I thought
Okay.
I would check it out.
It's getting decent ratings here. Where
Yeah.
the hell is it? Oh, it's available anywhere. Why can't? Oh shit!
I'll check
It's
it
on
out.
YouTube even. Wow. Oh, Chad gets the axe, huh? Well,
Chad gets the axe.
I'm gonna try to get it on my MB.
Yeah, there's another one that that's come up recently that has a very strange title, very hard to miss, called Onyx the Fortuitous and the Talisman of Souls. Yeah, and I've heard good things about it. Don't know a thing about it. I just somehow memorized that title, not looking at anything, not looking at my phone or anything. It's across the room, but I heard that's good. Worth checking out. People are saying good things about that. And I know it has one of those titles where Dave just kind of went, nope, fuck that.
I did.
I know, man.
I checked out after like the third word, whatever it was. I mentally checked out. I was looking up Chad gets the axe. I was fucking.
Oh, I
sorry.
reach my limit with the fucking hashtags. Yeah.
Well,
Yeah,
the Chad one.
What are the words? What are they again?
Onyx.
Watson, say it again, please.
Well, Onyx the Fortuitous and the Talisman of Souls.
And you have not seen this, right?
No, I've just heard good things. Every now and then when I peek my head and see what people are talking about on Facebook, there were some people making their top threes over
Sounds
I
like
think
it
in the
should be-
Land of the Freaks, Land of the Creeps page, and so I saw that like listed a few times. I'm like, what the hell is that? And so, he's got the hat back on.
Well,
He's,
because it sounds like it's the new Indiana Jones movie. The title
doesn't it?
there.
Yeah, it does.
Nice. Yeah, I like.
I don't know
it.
why I
Yeah,
had to
this
bring
is
that back up.
This might be this year's. What do you call it? What's that fucking movie that you guys both like that I don't like? The comedy thing.
Psycho Gorman.
Yes, this might be this year's Psycho Gorman. I don't know. I'm still gonna put a request in.
My
for it.
lucky bat.
My lucky bad. Awesome. Speaking of, have either of you two watched that other one, that French film, Titani, whatever the hell it's called?
Yeah.
Since that year, have you
Yeah, man.
revisited it at all?
I've seen it 3 times now.
Yes,
Yeah.
seen it 3 times as
So
well.
nothing's-
We reviewed it over on Horror Movie Weekly, like long time ago, and so we
Okay. Nobody talks about it anymore. So are you guys saying that it held up then?
Yeah. I was thinking
Yeah.
of getting a Blu-ray. I could find it on Blu-ray at my, at the Records on Wheels. I keep saying Records on Wheels. Sunrise Records is the chain, and I can find it. I saw it there the other day.
It's
Looks like a
interesting.
pretty decent price.
I was just thinking of that movie the other day because I was watching Infinity Pool again because it's the rewatch season.
Yep.
So I was thinking about Brandon Cronenberg and I was thinking about all of his movies. And I was thinking about movies like that. And I started thinking of that Titan, whatever it's called. And I was like, haven't heard much about that movie lately. And I was just curious, Either way, I was just
that's what happens. Our first movie was like that too, Raw. Like, I think people were talking about that year, and then it kind of quieted down. But you'll every now and then an article will pop up, and you'll see it mentioned or whatnot too. Like both are fantastic. And Infinity Pool's on the rewatch list too, because again,
you gotta watch it twice.
I know, and
you have to.
Yeah. I was on board for the most part. I know Mia kind of lost me in that third, or that not even third act, just
That's
last
the best
bit.
shit. That's what my wife had a problem with too. But you have to realize she's doing it. She's speaking that way in a condescending way. She's messing with him. She's not really. It's a put on when she's doing.
Has Watson seen it? I just don't want to.
Yep.
Okay. Yeah.
Okay. When Mia's doing that, it's a character choice. It's a put on. She wasn't just doing it. Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Someone will be acting or screaming in a movie and it's annoying to somebody. Yeah. I could see that, and I could understand someone, from like my wife didn't like it. But I'll tell you what, I think it's great. And I mean, I think what she does there is great. And watching it the second time, really, did it. But I understand what you're saying. I just
but again, I watched it way back, and I have to rewatch it. There's a handful. I said I wasn't going to rewatch anything, but because we're pushing it to the new year, I'm like, okay, good. I get to watch the core group of movies, and I get to rewatch a handful that I feel that again something's come back to me. And when I think back to the movie, and I really want to rewatch it, that means something. So.
Right.
Nice.
Otherwise you'd be like, nah, I have no interest to see that again. Done. It's like, saw it. So there's something just chirping at you saying like, check it out.
That's his movies. That's all three of his movies. Brandon Cronenberg. And I confess, I haven't watched Possessor since the year it came out, and I was a little confused by it, but I feel like going back and giving it more time. I think maybe I'll enjoy it.
His first one was Antiviral, right? That was his
right. It was Antiviral, Possessor, and Infinity, and I think he got a little better with each one. But but I think he's 3 for 3. I'll say that. I don't think he's, I'm not calling him Ari Aster or anything like that. But I'm just saying I think he's 3 for 3. Same way I think Oz Perkins is 3 for 3. So whatever. Very different directors, of course, but still. But yeah, I mean, next time Watson will be here again, hopefully. And
I wouldn't miss.
We'll be doing
our show. Thing. I look forward to, man. I'm so stoked.
You gonna have 23, Watson? Because we were talking about it. We agreed after all said and done, we feel like we could pull it off. No questions asked. I don't think I have a problem with it. I was looking at the list. I was kind of shocked at one point at what would have shown up in that, like, maybe 18 to 23 range, but not so much anymore. Because I've watched, there was a handful that I hadn't seen at that point.
Yeah, I think I'm at like 50 something right now. So I definitely have a top 23 that I can put together. I'm at that point where here's what happened at some certain points this year. I was taking chances on these movies that, Dave, you would not be proud of this, where I'm taking chances on these movies just because I'm sitting there and I'll just click and just commit. And we've done a few reviews of them, so at least over on like Horror Movie Weekly, so at least I've gotten material out of it. But as far as the watch experience goes and where it'll figure on a list, and as far as recommendations go, it's like, well, by those metrics, it was a waste of time. So
I've done that too.
Yeah, I'm not.
Yeah, I went on a Tubi spin there for a bit.
Yeah, I'm not being as careful as I have in times past, because I would do kind of a slightly less hardcore version of what Dave does, just in the interest of time. And and try to see something strange, like kill her goats was a misstep. I'll admit it.
Yeah,
Maid
I
droid,
told you.
maybe not the best decision
Nah.
for a movie, and believe me, I didn't go in going, here's the next 10. Here's the next fucking Hereditary here. No.
Hey,
Not the case.
I guess we could save it for the year-end show. But I'm very curious because I seem to be the only one that was underwhelmed by No One Will Save You.
I was
And
underwhelmed. What are you talking about?
You loved it until the final act.
Yeah, until the end.
Yes.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
So it's not
Okay.
making your list then. Because
No.
I think it will be
It's like a 7.
Okay, I'd say that a lot of people are going to have it as their number 1, 2, or their top 5.
Oh,
I was
Might make my
very
23.
shocked. Yeah,
it might.
uh,
But Eric Webster and I were talking texting a little bit about that movie, and at first I was like, "Yo, what a movie!" But then you start, maybe we'll talk about it, maybe on
At the
the end of
year-end.
your show.
Okay,
Because there's
that's
just
fine.
things where
Yeah.
you have this whole idea of you've got this spacefaring species whose technology must be so advanced to be able to cross the vast distances, and then they just get thwarted by some chick running around.
No.
It's like,
no.
it's kind of like entertaining, but there's something got lost there in the whole, hey, we can traverse the universe, and she ran over there.
And
I just don't see it.
and I loved his
Yeah.
last movie, Spontaneous.
Oh,
And
same
he
guy,
wrote
okay.
and he wrote Love and Monsters, which I also
I
loved
love that movie.
and never saw it the year it came, or I saw it the year after. 'Cause my daughter and one of my daughters and Christian saw it and
Yeah.
said, "Dad, you got to check this movie out." And I watched it with them, and I loved it.
I think it made one of my top. It made pretty high in whatever year when I was
Yeah.
joined you guys for whatever year. I think it made pretty high on my list.
I
Love and
think I
Monsters.
wrote it down, not
Yeah.
like going like, "How did I not see this movie?" And then they had watched it, and they said, "How did like Dad? Have you seen this?" I'm like, "No." They're like, "You got to see it." Yeah, that was a great flick. He wrote that. He didn't direct that one, but
Okay,
he
wrote that one. I'm not gonna hate on the No One Will Save You movie, but yeah, I just had just little nitpicks. It may make in the top 23. I need to look at my letterbox. Haven't looked at it in like a couple months, so we'll have to see what everything looks like.
Well,
And so
I told Dave I was going to rewatch The Puppet Man, but because Brandon cursed me for recommending the movie to him, I might have to rewatch it again because
What?
I was pleasantly surprised with that film and it had
I
the
liked
double. Oh, good! Thank God.
Wow.
Yeah.
there you
Okay,
go.
I'm
liked
glad
it.
to hear. The other, one of the best double deaths of the double death of the year for me was in that movie. Although
I can see that
when
if
Evil
it's-
Lurks, when Evil Lurks is there as
Yeah,
well in a
that's-
different way, this was just two showpiece deaths back simultaneously happening. But I was like, I just said, I applauded it. I'm like, this movie it should be watched for this sequence alone.
Agreed.
Wow.
Yeah. I like
Yeah.
that movie.
Man, I might
I'm
have
glad to
watch
hear it. Maybe I won't rewatch it, but I'll just stick with my initial rating and where I think it will fall. Because Brandon cursed me.
You cursed me.
Never mind. I'm not gonna say. I'm not gonna say what kind of curse it was. Well, just if you know, you know.
Rumble it.
Check
rumble
out
it.
Rumble.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, check out
See?
rumble.com. Here,
The Royal Rumble.
Oh,
Yeah.
no, the Royal Rumble, yes, indeed. Yeah, I'll tell you
What was
what
that?
I need to rewatch is I need to give Malum another chance because
Oh.
I did give it
I
positive
skipped it
reviews.
too.
And well, here's the thing: Jay and I reviewed it together, and
Yeah, I listened.
and I like it more than Last Shift. The problem is I need to do the thing where you do Last Shift's ending. It's an anti-Watson ending. I mean, y'all know that.
Oh, I
and this
forgot
one-
the ending.
This,
Okay.
yeah, this one fixes
Yes.
those things, and
Oh.
I need to go in with a fresh set of eyes and cast Last Shift aside and view this movie not as an imitation of it, but on its own, which I think this director would want, and as that fresh vision of this story, and just kind of cast aside. I think he took some of the strong parts of Last Shift, put it in Malum, and then did awesome different stuff with the third act, which I fully approve. And so I need to give that one a fair watch. I hate it when, do you ever do that where you didn't give a movie a fair shot? I feel
Pale
like
Blue
I
Eye is the one
yeah.
I recommended. I'm like,
Which one?
what I
Blue
mentioned
Eye?
earlier, Pale
Okay.
Blue Eye, because filmmaking wise, cinematically,
Oh,
I was on
beautiful.
board. And I was just
Beautiful.
like I said, I was like, oh, this is dull. But again, I don't think I was giving it my full attention. We just came off
Sure.
the year-end show or shows.
Oh, yeah.
And I think I was just not ready yet. And it was like, here we go, starting fresh. Because I think it was one of my initial watches, if not my first watch
It was my first
for
watch. Yeah.
horror. And I
Yep.
think I need to just go back. And I said, but there was good stuff there. I gotta check it out. And I like Mullum. I said that creature design wise, like right out of Hellraiser at the end, and
Beautiful.
like, yeah. So I just was confused as to the reason for remaking it, but it's
Yeah.
almost like I guess it was so close to his heart,
Yeah.
and then he took the criticism that came back and he was trying to fix it.
Yeah.
So I can't fault him for doing that.
No,
It's just
it's
a
kinda like-
bizarre choice.
It is bizarre, but it's almost kind of like, man, mad respect, homie. Like,
Yeah.
all right. Okay.
Because he could.
Yeah.
Wow.
Sorry,
I
Nick.
skipped both of those movies, Malum and Pale Blue Eyes. Malum,
Okay.
because almost everybody I spoke to, like 90 to 95% said
Yeah.
that they preferred
Oh,
Last Shift. So I'm
dude.
thinking, well, why would I, you know what I
I-
mean? But
If this means anything to you, I think Malum is by far the stronger movie. It's just
Wow.
that it is, by far, it's not even close. The problem is it's so similar that if you can't get Last Shift out of your head,
I
it's
can't
going
remember
to taint
Last
this
Shift.
movie.
Well, they're good.
Unfortunately, well, that good. And in fact,
I
I would tell
enjoyed it.
people,
I know that.
I would tell people if you could see Malum first and look at what that movie's doing, and then go back to the original text with The Last Shift, and then go, oh, okay, I see where that comes from. I think that will give people a better viewing experience. At least people who have my sensibilities will go, yeah, that made Malum a much better movie. And I think, just like you did, Dave, when you said, I'm going into Rob Zombie's, like you did this a couple years ago where you're like, I'm going into Rob Zombie's Halloween, pretending no other movie
Yeah.
happened. And you had like a great awakening about that. And I think I
Mhm.
can do that. I don't think, I know I can do that same sort of Zen approach to Malum here, and then have probably a fantastic experience that, may result in us talking about it, at least at some point in the top 23, maybe, so we'll see.
I gotta watch it then. I gotta keep adding on to
Yeah.
this. Okay. So now I gotta
No,
add
It's
that.
also gory. It's also
Oh,
gory. So
yeah.
like do yourself a
Okay.
favor from the gore standpoint.
True.
And
Yeah.
yeah.
Pale Blue Eyes, on the other hand, I don't know. It just seems like it would be dull to me. Like what
Well,
you said, Christian.
Well, initially I did, but I said I something makes me want to go back. That and Infinity Pool, because both of them,
Okay.
Infinity Pool
Yeah.
wasn't quite as early, but it was up there. If I look
Yeah.
at my list,
Oh yeah.
it
Very
was
early.
it was
Like
at the
my
beginning,
fourth.
right? Yeah. So it's been too long, so I have to check them both back, or check them out.
Son of a bit. Is something Pale Blue Eye, isn't it long too or something? Like
Yeah.
over 2 hours?
It's
Yeah.
That's
I
the
wonder if
issue
it's
with
up
it.
your alley. You surprise me sometimes, Dave, with some of the things I think you will hate, and then you'll say a title you love. They'll be like, "Whoa, I would never have
Wow.
recommended that to Dave," and you don't throw
Huh.
me off that much. I think you ever, as far as all the people you podcast with, Dave, and same with you, Christian. Do you feel like you have their number? I mean, I guess
Oh, yeah.
you mainly podcast with just Dave.
Well,
But like Vince and stuff like that, other people you've podcasted with, because there's so many of my co-hosts where I never know what Jay's gonna love and what he's not. Jay is so up in the air to me. Like I know something he'll hate, but Jay, I
Right.
can't figure out. Dave, we're similar enough so I can usually get your number, but not always. You trick me, and see, I think
Sometimes.
yeah, I
Dave,
don't know.
Dave,
What do you
I
guys think?
find Dave throws me off sometimes. That's why I was like
Yeah.
the Puppet Man. I don't know. Like I don't know if you'll like it or not, but I thoroughly enjoyed it. And and I hear Brandon's like whatnot. But then Vince and I, because Vince is a little bit more. I think he watches. He's like a one and done unless it's like a classic that he'll
Oh,
go
okay.
back and revisit.
Okay.
So he just wants it for that moment. Like
Okay.
Right.
so he'll look at the blackening and enjoy it for what it is and say it was
Yeah.
silly but watchable and fun or whatever, and not think too much more about it. I don't know if he had to put a list together, if that would make his list necessarily, but I could always just count on him to say, yeah, it was enjoyable or that was horrible. Like
Okay.
it's usually more extremes.
Yeah.
Dave does throw me for a loop. Like I thought he loved Deadstream last year.
Oh,
I
that's
would have,
right.
but I gave you a good reason why. And I
No,
didn't
know.
hate it.
I know.
I didn't hate it. I did like it. I just got first the one thing happened, and then where they went, I was like, yeah, it had me. Not as much as freaking. That's the problem. No one will save you. No one will save you. It had me. It had me in the first 2 acts. This movie's going to be on my top 5. There's no question of it. That's how much I was into it. So it hit especially hard with what they did at the end.
Oh,
That's
okay.
what it is. It's more of a disappointing. So it left that bad taste in my mouth because I was so on board. You know, when that happened, it's like, oh, and it doesn't happen to me much. I venture to say that I tend to, when I saw people complain about the ending, I was like, now I'm intrigued. Because a lot of times when people complain about the ending, I end up liking that ending more often than I don't. So that for me, that usually works because it's usually an unconventional ending. And that's why and this is an unconventional ending and no one will save you. No question, but not necessarily a good one for being unconventional. There's a difference.
Sure, yeah. So sometimes being subversive for subversive sake, doesn't always mean it's good, you know. Just it's
right.
like, oh, that was odd, and a little bit of a swing and a miss, you could say sometimes when people try to go for subversion of expectations, and that one definitely goes off the rails. And I don't remember how I felt about that. I think, God damn it, I need to see that movie again too, don't I? At least the last one. Jeez.
My God, I was
first
just going
half's
through
the
my
Shoot.
just going through my list. It's not going to be difficult to come up with the 23.
I'm good, dude.
Okay,
I
yeah,
have 66 right now. I'm gonna end up with 70 for sure.
Mm.
And the way I'm looking now, like I have a list already that just has movies that are 7.5 and higher. So I know.
Okay.
And I think basically what I had was probably 28 of them or something like that. So I got 28 competing for 23 spots. So I'm fine with that. I'm doing my rewatches now. Some I know I'm not going to rewatch. Some I just look at the title. That's what it is. It's the test of time. I write them all down. And I look and I'm like, okay. But then again, sometimes like the movie that I went into last night, it's a rewatch. I end up giving it the same rating I gave it last time. But I enjoyed it more and I think it's better, even though it's the same rating.
Okay.
I still think it's a better movie. So that's telling me it's list worthy. That's telling me, okay, where's it going to be? I don't know, but that's one that's going to make it. And I love rewatch season. I mean, this is freaking, I've had one movie go down. I've had two movies go up already. So, you know, this is where we are. But the one that went down didn't go down far. It still was a high, score. But anyway, more on that next show, huh?
Yep.
I mean, now
exactly. A little preview for y'all, folks.
Yeah. There's something else I wanted to get into, but I won't because we should probably do the list if we have time. This thing I meant to do it because it has to do with Christmas and it has to do with Rudolph and stuff like that. And I was going to talk about it last show when I didn't. And so hopefully we have time at the end, but we better get these lists because last show we had 6 lists. And well, we had 10. We were going to do 10 on one show. List Mania, different lists from different websites. Nothing is repeated, and in most cases, but not all, they're from sources that you don't ordinarily see horror stuff from. I thought it'd be funny to look at those lists. So we were going to do 10. It ended up going longer, regular Exploding Heads fashion, where we're like, okay. So we stopped at 6. So I said, okay, we did 6 last show. We'll do 6 next show. So I just had to find 2 more, which I did. So here we are. List Mania. And
so there's nothing. The great thing, Watson, is there's nothing to prep. We just have to. We're kind of reviewing these lists and saying, interesting. What the fuck are they talking about? Or this is bang on. Well,
excellent,
it's beautiful.
Can't wait.
I want to save this one for the end because it was the big one. It would have been last week's last one, but it's kind of special. So I'll say that for the end. I'll make sure we get to it. But I will start here. Now this one is kind of basic. Did we talk about that? Oh no. Did I really do that?
What did you already you included a list?
Did we talk about because I remember seeing Paste. Did I talk about paste.com last show? Do you
You
know? Have you
did.
listened back to? Okay, was it the werewolf movies? Did I screw
No.
up in X? Okay,
No, we did vampire movies. Maybe we started with
okay.
the vampire movies, but I don't remember talking werewolf movies at all.
Well, okay. So Paste comes up again. Sorry, guys. I did. I just looked at it now. I saw the title.
Yeah.
I'm like, wait a minute. But it's called Paste. The author is Jim Vorel, and this just came out this past October. The 25 best werewolf movies of all time. So,
All right.
yeah, let's see what we got. All right, number 25, Arizona Werewolf, aka Werewolf, 1996. I have never seen this.
Never heard of it. Already
Same.
an F for the list.
An F already.
Yeah, it's starting at an F.
Oh. Okay.
Fucking, if New Moon
Famously,
Rising's on this, then we're fucking
here's
gonna be.
here's the issue. Famously, whoops, I lost my okay. Famously lampooned on M3T3K, where it bore the less geography spider, blah blah. So it was lampooned on freaking Mystery Science Theater.
Okay, all right.
So that's why they
that
put
gives
it
it a bit of
there.
a pass. All right then.
Okay.
I guess.
Yeah, yeah. I don't get it. Why they
It's like
put
having
that on there.
Morbius on that vampire list last week and actually taking up a spot.
What?
Well, they had it and said just kidding, but then they didn't fill the spot. I was like, you sons
Yeah.
of a bitch.
Yeah. Who does that? Just kidding is just kidding. Now what's the real one? And they didn't give us a real one. Ass. Okay. Anyway. So number 24, The Beast Must Die, 1974. That's an Amicus film.
Not seen
I
it.
haven't seen that one. Yeah.
I know Peter Cushing's in it. Yeah, look, there you go.
Cushing.
Despite starring many of the staples, Hammer Light, Peter Cushing and Christopher Lee. Okay, I haven't seen it, but I feel like it's something that should be seen. Yeah. Okay. Oh my
It's on his
God!
list.
What
You
is
figure? Jesus Christmas.
what is?
Yeah.
Number 23 is Teen Wolf, which I enjoy.
Oh, I love Teen Wolf. The first
Yeah,
Teen
me
Wolf,
too.
I love it. It's one of my favorites from the 80s. I mean, it's not a serious werewolf movie, but it's fun.
No.
So
I mean, yeah.
I described that movie to my son. I was like, what would you do if there actually existed a movie? And I was like, Skylar, hang with me here, where a guy becomes a teen, Michael J. Fox, him, we love him, Frighteners, it's one of our, he becomes a werewolf, but he gets better at basketball as a result. And my son's like,
and picking up girls.
Movie? Yeah, he couldn't believe there was a movie actually like that. I'm just like, man, the 80s were wild.
Like, it was always about getting laid and becoming
Hey.
the best at something that didn't really matter. Except for the moment. That was literally what the 80s movies were about. They could not get
Yes.
made today.
Nope.
It's fucking hilarious. Teen Wolf 2 is dreadful though. I don't care who tells. It's like with
Never saw it still.
I
Jerry
like him.
O'Connell.
Jason Bateman is
Oh.
the Teen Wolf, and he's related. And I just remember a frog fight and whatever. I watched it. It just
Wait.
I think I even watched it earlier this year.
A frog fight?
Yeah, because they're in class dissecting frogs and then they start throwing them at each other.
Oh, I thought frogs fought each other. Okay,
Yeah.
I got you. I wanted to see that. A frog fight,
That's a totally different movie. But no, the first Teen Wolf is great. And I'm not a fan of this recreation that came out that seems to be very popular. Because this earlier this year, there's Teen Wolf, the movie came out. I'm like, I gotta watch this. Not knowing that I'm an idiot. I'm stupid. I didn't realize that it was just an offshoot of the show. I have no knowledge of the new show. And so I have no knowledge of any of these characters. And it's as if you come from that universe and you're now put into this movie. So I should have known better. So the movie was not made for me at all. It was just like, just not enjoyable at all. I think I gave it 2 stars, out of 5. It's just not for me, or 1.5 or something like that. It was just something that, again, I'm not the core audience, but I couldn't relate to any of the characters. Like, no one seemed to be able to deliver a line. The filming was all off. It all looked like digital. The effects were just souped up and amped up, but all looked artificial and fake. Again, when I say no weight to it, it just felt like all the stuff was happening on screen, but you couldn't actually didn't feel like it was actually grounded in any reality.
I hope it's not on this list. I hope it ends the show. Imagine that Teen Wolf, the remake, 2000, 2023 or whatever. You're number 6.
My second lowest rated movie of the year, and you know who directed it? Russell Macaulay. Macaulay. I think I said his name wrong. He did like
Macaulay.
Highlander 2. I think he did Razorback was the horror movie from the 80s as well.
Oh, that pig.
Yeah. Like this guy had like a string of kind of fairly popular, not necessarily all good movies, but fairly popular movies back in the day. And he was at the helm of this, and you would never know it. It was
a shame.
Wow.
Yeah. Anyway.
Pretty wild. Teen Wolf. Interesting. But this is 1985. Why not? Why not be here? I mean, it doesn't have to be a horror movie. I think werewolf movie equals horror movie, but not necessarily. And if that's the case, I think that Teen Wolf belongs higher up than 23. I don't know.
Agreed.
Well, I agree.
It's just werewolf movies. Yeah.
Yeah.
So anyway, we'll stay tuned. I'll tell you what. After Teen Wolf, the first movie, 85, this one, I would rather watch the Teen Wolf cartoon than any other Teen Wolf thing.
That came out. You just reminded me. I totally forgot about that. That is
what
I remember that.
Oh yeah. Teen Wolf coming out to play. Yeah, Teen Wolf, man. It was a cartoon.
Did it revolve around basketball and everything?
He played basketball in it. Yeah.
I'm beside myself right now that this exists.
Don't forget it also allowed him to van surf better than his friend Childs, or what's his friend's name again? Is it Childs?
Boof. Oh no, wait. Boof was the girl, wasn't it?
Yeah, Boof was his girlfriend.
Maybe it is Childs.
I gotta look it up.
What are you looking at?
He had that one friend. Did he have his one friend that was scared of him when he became a wolf? He was like kind of close to him.
Yeah, you know who that guy was.
Yeah,
you know who that was though, right? That was the guy that said, "Hey, it's Enrico Palazzo," and it's the guy. That's the guy. That's Francis in what do you call it? Pee-wee's Big Adventure, and it's also John Wayne Gacy.
Styles, not Childs. Childs is from The Thing.
Styles, I know.
Is from
yeah, Styles. You had me going though. Okay, we better rush through this. 23 was that. Okay, 22 Wolf. This is a good movie. I like it. Wolf with Jack Nicholson.
Yeah, Michelle Pfeiffer. Yeah.
Yes, I like it. I think it's overlooked.
Yeah.
Agreed.
Okay, 22 was Wolf. I'm down. 21. This ridiculous title, When Animals Dream. I've heard about this movie in 2014.
Yeah, it's really taken the whole werewolf transformation and kind of doing a 1-for-1 analogy of puberty for this young girl who's going through both of those things.
Isn't that what Ginger Snaps did? Like
right. So it's
14 years old earlier. Yeah.
Pretty much.
Yeah.
Okay. When Animals Dream. I've heard some people like it though.
Of Electric Sheep.
If you
good one.
If you couldn't stand, let the right one in, steer clear of When Animals Dream. Well, that's endorsing it to me.
Yeah.
Who couldn't stand, let the right one in?
Yeah, right.
Well, anyway,
it's not that strong. God, like Let the Right One In is one of the,
right.
Yeah,
that's crazy. Well, anyway, okay. Number 20, Trick or Treat. Oh, because of the what do you call it?
Okay. I mean,
great segment. Yeah,
great segment. Yeah. I mean, what can you say? That was done well. How about this one? 19, Wolf Guy from 1975.
Never heard of it.
What is
Wolf
this?
Guy?
Wolf.
It's
Guy.
a little known Japanese feature based on a similarly.
So is he just putting a spotlight on it because it's little known, or does he actually fucking like it and it rates higher than Teen Wolf?
It's the strangest film on the list, which is saying something. He says, "I don't know. It's, I don't know. Despite somewhat lacking an overt werewolfness, is more than enough fun to make it worth watching."
Oh, it's a Sonny Chiba movie. Okay.
Yeah, Chiba. It is a Chiba.
Okay. Yep.
Yeah, it's one of those situations.
Chiba.
Yeah.
Chiba.
Pepita. Okay, number 18, Wolfen, 1981. Although it's really not about werewolves, but
Mhm.
I mean, they show this picture and there's a wolf in it, so
Yeah.
I can't remember that part. But either way,
I remember liking that movie. I remember it had Predator
Lycan,
Cam. Yeah,
Lycan.
I liken. Yeah, I liking it.
Liking it.
That's for Jamie.
Yeah, I remember Predator Cam, and I remember someone getting
Yep.
their head like
Yeah.
clawed off.
Predator Cam. Don't say that here. Then I can make it to
Oh,
YouTube.
Oh, yeah.
Rumble.com, folks.
Rumble.com. Well,
Yeah, Dave, I think on the W episode of ABCs of Hidden Horror, didn't we cover
Sure.
this together with Brian and Jamie? I
Yes,
joined you
we
for the call
did.
for that. Yeah.
Yes. So, and you have a better memory than I do. So, you could probably say, clearer that it's not a werewolf.
No,
Thing,
it's
right?
it's a whole different angle. Wolves are involved, but it's not.
isn't it from like a Native Indian standpoint?
Correct.
Yeah.
Yep.
Correct.
And is it George C. Scott?
No.
No, who's the main guy? Who's the main actor?
Oh, I forgot.
Don't remember.
You can look it up while I'm going into the next. All right. Number 17, The Wolfman, 2010. Very surprised to hear this. But I've
hated
heard
that
some
movie.
people like it, and I still haven't seen it. You hated it? Okay. Watson, did you hate it too?
I don't remember it. I remember seeing it in
Albert
the
Finney.
theater. And, yeah, Albert Finney. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. See, why did you hate that movie? I barely remember it.
I just remember it being like an overproduced, overblown kind of, modern remake. I mean, I'm not A.T. Del Toro or anything like that. Like he was not Del Toro.
Yeah.
Benicio.
Yeah.
Is that
Yep.
is that his last name? Yeah.
Benicio del Toro.
Yeah, I
Yeah,
knew
it is
that.
him. Okay.
Isn't Hopkins in it too?
Everything about
Yep.
it. Yeah, I don't know. Everything about it just didn't land. Like it just seemed overblown, overproduced.
Oh.
That's all that comes. That's all I remember.
Yeah, I think you're right. I barely remember, but I think you're right. That is coming to mind. Yeah.
Yeah, this one says that there's more room for suspense in this one, and there's more joy to be had in the prosthetics makeup effect of Rick Baker. So I guess those are some of the positives.
I remember that being one of the things that they were trying to do to promote it. Because again, with American Werewolf in London, of course, under his belt, you figure he's going to come back and top it, and they really don't.
Yeah.
Right. Wow, it was $150 million budget.
Ooh.
Oh, out of control. Okay, 16, Curse of the Werewolf. That's one of those Terrence Fisher movies. And
I've seen that. That's
not
always
seen
held in high regard. Curse of the
I know.
Werewolf, Werewolf in London, Werewolf of London, I think.
Yeah, I reviewed this years ago, a couple years ago, when my brief stint with the Horrorcast, and I'm a big Oliver Reed fan. I like that guy. He was a motherfucker.
Yeah, he was cool.
Yeah,
for sure.
Oliver Reed from The Brood and from the other one we did, the Haunted Burnt Offerings.
Yep.
Correct.
Yeah, that guy would just drink and fight.
Right.
That's all he would do, and fuck.
Right. What a life. Okay, number 15, Wolf Cop. I never saw it for probably obvious reasons.
It would be higher on my list. Let's just say that.
Wow.
Right on. It has my favorite, we'll say, partial werewolf transformation scene ever put to film. If you see, do you know what I'm talking about?
I no, this has been on my list because Paul Stevenson, I think it was Paul used to rave about this one, and there's this and another Wolf Cop, and I've had them on this to watch list for the longest time. I've never watched them.
Dude, if you know how I was jokingly pitching the concept of Teen Wolf to my son, saying, and the werewolf, his powers that he gets better at basketball. This guy's his werewolf, his like lycanthropy, coupled with when he drinks more, helps him be a better cop.
That's awesome.
It's something you'll like, and Dave will be like, I don't know. So Dave, you surprise me sometimes. Like Benny Loves You. You'll surprise me with something like that. So it's not that ridiculous, but it is. The lead character's name is Lou Garou. So it's like, well, how serious can you really be with this movie? But I fucking love it. It'd make a top 10 for me. And
Have you seen the sequel? And is it worth checking
no,
out?
I
as well?
haven't seen it, but I think Don Anelli was telling me it's great.
Okay.
See, Benny Loves You is different because it's humor in an ironic way.
Mhm.
I guess is a good way to put it. With seeing this
Okay.
this cute thing going, oh wow, and doing his singing heaven. That's
Love
what's
it when you
good
do that.
about it.
Yeah.
It's the irony of it and the cute thing. When I see other movies like this, like a Wolf Cop, I don't see that type of allure to it, like something like that has.
I would say that the approach to the humor is there is a wacky irony to it that you may spot. But like I can't wait to hear you and Jay of the Dead have that discussion when I bring Benny Loves You to the table.
Oh,
he's gonna hate me for that, and then he's gonna think, oh well, Dave's gonna be on my side. Well, Watson bringing his goofiness, I'm gonna be like, I think Dave's on my side on this one, Jay.
Awesome.
But
that's gonna be fun.
Yeah, Horror Movie Weekly to come. That'll be an episode in the future, near future.
Yes. Yep. Okay, number 14, Werewolf of London, the original, 1935.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Before the Wolfman was Werewolf of London. How about that, though?
Yeah.
Yeah. Damn. I haven't seen it.
I've seen it once.
Same.
Because it was one of the, because I heard it was so held in such high regard, and it was like kind of the first werewolf movie. Depending on, speaking of which, not that I've got that, but look what I scored. I figure, like, I haven't even opened it. It's the
nice.
But I got it. I got the DVD, the Blu-ray version. Sorry,
I had the blues.
4K was ridiculous.
Yeah,
and these are all the individual, like the Dracula, the Frankenstein, the Mummy, the Wolfman, everything. I got it for like, it was $99.
Right on, man.
That's beautiful.
And,
don't show Dave Dr. Shock Becker. He's going to be buying that right now and getting in trouble with his wife.
Right.
This is like, I look they happen to be at that stores, Sunrise Records.
That's how I got it, dude.
Okay. Oh,
I got it years ago. I got it years ago on a similar sale. It was like a big sale, and that's why I got it.
Everywhere I look, it's like 150, 200 or more.
Yeah.
And then the individual ones are all like, 20 or $30 each.
Right.
It seems. And sometimes you can't find all of the separate ones. And if you get 4K, which I'm all about 4K, except for not when they put a premium on, then they're only selling them in the 4 or 8 pack type things, like 8 movies on a disc or 4. And then they're all like $80 each.
Yeah.
So I'm like, well, that's ridiculous. So like, this was perfect. Again, we've been talking about on the show 4K for certain things, like now a very few small batch things, and the rest I'm cool with Blu-ray.
Word.
And I'm noticing that some of these other Blu-rays are coming down in price substantially.
It'll happen. We'll get some more. Yeah.
Nice. Anyway,
okay, number 13.
Yeah.
Number 13, The Company of Wolves. Another good one I haven't seen in years. It's got a great transformation. It's got a great VHS cover. I'll tell you that. I got it right over here.
Very fairy tale-esque. Angela Lansbury is in this, I believe, if I remember correctly.
Yeah. I've never seen this one.
No, you'd probably like it.
The transformation, I always was taken by this. It was in the cover, one of the cover arts as well. And it pays off in the thing too. The effects are really good. And the transformation would be like the snout comes out of so the mouth opens up and the snout comes out there, and the skin like tears like back like that. It's really kind of cool.
It looks like Neil Jordan directed this too, and he did Interview with the Vampire and the one with Gemma Arterton, the other
Crying Game
movie. Wait, really? He did Crying Game?
I'm almost positive. I was always so good at remembering all the movies that the directors did at the time.
Yeah.
Well, did he? Did you check it out? I'll have to check it out.
I don't know. There was some other vampire movie he did in the 2018s that I can't remember the name of it. That was kind of a cool drama horror thing. But
yeah, he did The Crying Game, and he did Greta. Is that the one you're thinking of?
No.
Greta. That's a newer movie, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yep.
Byzantium.
Yeah.
From 2012. That's the one I was talking about.
I might not see. Okay, 2012. Well, I'm not still weird.
Okay. I'll have to check this one out when I get it some time to relax and yeah.
Well, I'll just tell you this right now. The plot twist is all the wolves have dicks.
Well,
Oh man.
interesting. That goes back to the Wolf Cop discussion.
Yeah.
Wolf
I
cock.
figured,
Yes.
I figured the way you were describing that transformation sequence, that's exactly what was happening. So
Yes,
I'll have to check
exactly.
it out.
Yes, you will, and you're gonna love it.
Nice. Okay, let's go here. Number 12. Where? WER. You know that movie?
Yeah, I remember.
2013.
Yeah, I remember people raving about it. I don't know if I did see this.
Good.
though.
We
think
talked about
reviewed
that.
Yep.
Yep.
On that same episode, the W episode of ABC's. Yep.
Yeah.
joined-
Was it the same episode? That was
Yeah,
the
because
first
it was
season?
like Wolfen,
Wow.
where the Woods. You brought that one, and I brought Wither. The
Okay.
Swedish Evil Dead. So
Nice.
Yeah.
So it's a good one. There's some found footage elements in there too.
Yep.
But they work
yeah.
well.
Yep.
Yeah. Yeah, I wouldn't have it. I
Does
don't
seem
think
very
it was
familiar,
12.
but I'll have to see. Oh yeah, continue.
I'm
can't
surprised it's this
remember.
high, but that's cool. 11 Silver Bullet. Wow. We've reviewed Silver Bullet.
I love
here.
that
I
movie.
mean,
Yeah.
yeah, you love it so much that you wanted to be in a wheelchair when you were a kid because of it.
Oh, you
You
know.
know?
No, I wanted to be crippled.
He said it would make it worth being crippled. That's what he said.
Rumble.com, folks.
Yeah.
Rumble.
Exploding Heads has slash
Yeah.
Exploding Heads horror movie podcast.
Yeah, Silver Bullet. It's definitely a very good movie. I appreciate it more now than I once did.
It's like an annual watch at Halloween now. I watch it every year. It's great.
Nice. All right. Top 10. I can't believe this one's here. 10. The Wolf of Snow Hollow. Jim Cummings.
It
You
was a
guys know
good
that.
movie. That's really
It was
ranked
fine.
high.
I didn't like it. I didn't like I didn't think the
Reveal?
comedy was placed
Oh.
well in the movie. It seemed out of place. And I've never said that about a horror comedy before. Just, I don't know. Watson,
Well, I think C and I both really like the scene where he slaps the corner.
I
He just
forgot.
because he's just like this asshole, angry guy. And he just, it slaps him, and then they. For some reason, I think we both thought that was funny. But there was
Yes.
the reveal. If we are talking movies that feature actual werewolves, there was, are some plot points that might refute that. And I remember kind of being disappointed about that. But it's good looking movie.
Yeah, I like it.
yeah,
Was
it's
it was
fine.
Yeah, it's fine.
He was all over the place like for a few years there, and I don't. Has he done anything?
Yeah.
I haven't checked because it seemed like he was in Halloween.
Yeah, Halloween Kills.
Kills.
He did that thriller where it's like about like having affairs and being tracked or something like that.
Oh yeah, that one that not Heather,
Remember that?
Scott loved. Scott
Yeah.
loved it. And then he's like, you gotta watch it. I watched it and I didn't like it at all.
No.
What movie?
It came out a few years ago in
God,
two
that's-
words or one. Yeah, I can't remember it now.
Oh, it's
It
okay. I
wasn't a
didn't know
horror
what-
film at all.
No.
The one where he's married to a girl and the kids are trying to kill him.
I can picture it too. There's a
Yeah.
heart on the cover of the box.
Yep,
Oh, well.
I think you're
so I
right.
don't
Yeah.
know.
Yeah.
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 Well, we
Oh, well.
could know by looking it up. I'm just tired of looking shit up and we're never going to get through this list.
That's true. Okay.
Yeah.
Number 9, 1996 again. Bad Moon. This was okay. I like Bad Moon.
With,
Yeah.
what's Thor the dog? Is that the
Thor
dog?
the dog.
Thor
yeah.
the
Yeah.
dog.
I saw
Yeah.
this in the theater.
Oh, nice.
Oh, right
Yeah.
on.
Yeah. It was good transformation scene, but it was in that time frame where they're using morphine effects, CG
Oh,
on a budget and some morphine. And it was like, I just wanted old school, The Howling and American Werewolf in London, of course. Like, those are the ones that I, put up on a pedestal and that I compare all werewolf transformations to.
so why do you call it morphine?
Not morphine. And that used to be the term. I think
Oh.
it was like a morphine, like
Yeah, they
that
morph.
it would, it just
Okay.
digitally morph into something else.
I think you said morphine effects, like it was like trippy or some drug. I don't know. Some
Once
drugged
again,
out
you,
shit.
you should know my pronunciation on this, like not even on the show, just in general. I talk fast. I
It's funny.
slur things, so I could have probably said
Hey.
morphine.
Maybe. I don't know. It was funny though. Okay. Anyway, number 8, Frankenstein meets the Wolfman. Well, we just talked about it last summer.
Yep.
Yeah.
I don't think it deserves to be this high, but it's not a bad movie by any
No,
means.
it's classic. Yeah.
The top 10 is weird so far. I think these are weird choices,
Mhm.
but I don't know. Number 7, Werewolves Within. What in the F is this movie doing here?
That
This
was
movie's
that was
fine.
that comedy horror that came out a couple of years ago too, right?
And I'm okay with it. I even own the damn thing. I think I
It
give
was
it like
all
a
right.
7.
It looked
Yeah.
good. I think
I like
Watson,
that.
you liked it too.
I
Yeah.
liked it,
Yep.
yes. But a top
That's
10 away
very
with a
high.
movie.
Yeah,
That's
no.
insane.
Yeah,
Yeah.
above Silver Bullet, above.
No way.
Yeah,
No,
yeah.
it's good though.
Not
I do
above Wolf
recommend
Cop.
check it. Or Wolf Cop. Watch Wolf Cop. I'm gonna have
Yeah.
to watch it. But I would recommend people watch Werewolves Within if they
Oh,
haven't.
definitely.
I'll say that.
Yep.
Yeah.
It's a lot of fun.
Yeah. Oh, here's a good one. Okay. Number 6 is Late Phases, which we've
Yeah.
talked about. Yeah.
Late Phases
Really
would be
good.
in my top 3, honestly, if we're being, if
Ooh.
it's my list, it's in my top 3. Just
I just saw
It's
that
in
for
my
the first
10.
time based on your recommendation. It was either earlier this year or last
Oh.
year, and I loved it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sweet. Oh,
Yeah,
awesome. Oh, I'm happy
It's
that you saw it.
solid.
Yeah.
Really good freaking movie all around. Good cast.
Oh, yeah.
Dude from Stakeland, right? Is
Yep.
the guy? Yeah.
Don,
Mystery,
yeah.
yep.
Yeah. I was gonna say Don Amici. Nick
Nick
D'Amici.
D'Amici. Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
Don Amici.
Don Amici.
Back from Cocoon. You know? Don Amici. Come on.
What's that? It's funny. I haven't seen Cocoon since I was maybe 10 years old, but I do remember there's the scene where I think the old guys go swimming and and they're talking
You
about
got a
their
boner?
boners, and he goes,
Yeah.
and he goes, but yeah, blue steel. Just I think I was like, Mom, what's that mean?
Oh,
Yeah,
shit.
I don't remember that at all.
What? He goes, you too? He says something
Yeah,
about it. He says something, and the guy goes, he goes, you too? You have a boner too? He said,
Yep, because they're getting revitalized by swimming in the alien water. So
See, I do remember that. I just don't remember Blue Steel.
yeah.
That's funny though. Okay, number 5. Number 5 is The Wolfman, the original 1941. Can't say nothing there. It's
Yeah, it makes sense.
great flick.
Yeah.
Great flick. Okay, number 4. I like it, but Dog Soldiers, 2002. People love that.
Yeah.
I have an issue with something, and it's never left me. So,
No,
but I
really?
like it.
I've only seen it once, and I remember liking it a lot. Yeah, but
There was
I've
a
seen
big
it-
plot hole for me.
I saw
Oh,
it
what
once
it
and
was.
I wasn't that blown away by it, to be honest. But that's okay.
I
Yeah.
remember
I
the
don't
look
think
of
it-
them was really cool. I liked
Yeah,
the look of
dude.
these bipedal werewolves. That's a good look,
I agree. They
Yeah.
looked great. Yeah. Yeah, it's a good movie. I don't think it should be that high.
Hmm.
Number 3, The Howling. I
Well, interesting.
think
I assumed that was going to be 2 and where American Werewolf in London
Yep.
was 1. So
Yep.
it's interesting to
Of
see
course.
what other one gets wedged in there.
well, there's one that's
What am I? Yeah. What I
there's
know.
a
I'm
huge
forgetting-
one. Oh, I know. It's gotta be.
Underworld.
It better be this one. It better be a great movie.
It better not be Underworld.
It better be
No,
Van
no,
Helsing.
no. Come on, we already mentioned it once earlier. It better be here. Number 2, it is Ginger Snaps. Boom.
Oh
There we go.
yes,
See?
yes. Okay.
That's my 1 and 2 right there. With the 1 and 2 on this.
You know,
list.
I can see that trumping the Howling for some. I mean,
Yep.
it definitely deserves to be on the list. I forgot that it hadn't been. We mentioned it earlier. No questions. Yeah. Cool.
Yeah, Howling, Wolfman. That should be the top 5 for me. So yeah, Ginger Snaps, definitely.
Yeah.
Definitely great movie.
Well placed.
And of course, number 1, An American Werewolf in London.
What?
To nobody's surprise.
What?
Can you
Not
believe
Van
it?
Helsing?
Not in Paris.
Not in Paris. Nope.
No, not in Paris, right? Yeah.
It's not terrible though, the Paris movie. I'll say
Julie,
that.
yeah. Well, I'm a big fan of Julie Delpy, because I like all the Richard Linklater movies that she's in. Before Sunrise, Before Sunset, and Before Midnight. There's a lot of dialogue heavy
Oh.
romance movies. I'm telling you, you show those movies to
Linklater,
a lady. Yeah, you show those movies to
What
a
was
lady
this?
like having her over for a date. Fellas, especially that second one. I don't know what it is. That's
Blue
got
Steel.
that's got that Blue Steel. Blue Steel and diabetes.
Yeah.
Awesome. After Midnight. That's the name of that movie that Scott loves.
Oh, Where the monster is
After
in
Midnight. Isn't that the one you were talking about?
Oh, about with Jim Cummings?
I don't know who was
No.
in it. All I know is he said Scott loved this
No, but
movie.
Scott does
No.
love that one. He's been trying to get me to see it, but I'm like, I don't
No.
like relationship movies. I'm gonna have to trust him. I do like Jeremy Gardner, and I'm gonna have to give that one a go. Scott, I'll do it for Valentine's Day.
No, After Midnight was a horror film. The one I'm talking about specifically was not horror at all.
Yeah. It's not. It's a thriller. Well, yeah, the one that C is talking about. Yeah, it's sort of like a sort of blackmail type stuff with affairs and secret club type stuff, and it's a good movie, but not horror.
Fair. Okay, here I am thinking the whole time that was that movie. I said there's a heart on the cover because After Midnight. Look at the thing.
Yep,
I would hear right.
Yeah,
There's a heart there.
Yeah.
After Midnight. I'm writing
some Jeremy Gardner. I'll have to watch that movie.
Yeah. There it is. After Midnight. Is that a heart? Let's see. Oh yeah, it is. See, look at that picture.
Yep.
Yeah, that's
the
cool
beta
picture.
test.
Beta
test.
I
saw the beta test.
Yes.
Yeah, it was weird. It was okay.
Yeah.
It's not horror at all.
No, I
don't think it was horror from my memory. Right.
Mystery thriller.
Okay, let's move on. Here we are in Forbes, the infamous Forbes magazine. The Travis Bean is the contributor. And this is about gems. 10 great horror movie gems you need to watch.
Oh,
I
so
can't
you
wait
ripped
to hear
off
what Forbes-
Brandon's show.
Yes. Yes, I did.
Yeah.
Let's see. Let's compare these 10 to Brandon's 10. If anyone can remember. Okay. Where the hell are we?
If
Brandon
Rituals is on the list,
Green.
it's a ripoff.
Okay, 10. Number 10 is The House of the Devil. Okay.
That's I mean, it's a gem. I love it. But that I would have figured. So he's just talking about movies he likes. That I thought he meant like that. Maybe people don't talk about.
No, I think. Okay, well, let me see. In the vast realm of horror cinema, some exceptional films often go unnoticed.
Okay.
Over that, I've seen hundreds that make me wonder how did nobody tell me, a horror aficionado, to watch this immediately? So this list aims to spotlight those underrated treasures that have captivated me over the years.
Because if you're a horror aficionado, you should have known they were out in the first place.
You would think. That's what I was thinking.
If this is a list for just your kind of casual normie who watches horror every, twice a year on date nights. Like I know people and work with people who see like one horror movie a year,
Yeah. Like my daughter would like this list. She considers herself a horror fan, but she would be like, okay, what movies have I missed or something? So I could see that. Yeah. That might make sense.
Yeah.
House of the Devil's a good pick. I just wanted to know.
House of the Devil.
Yeah.
Cool.
Perfect.
Yeah. Okay. So, number 9, Death by Temptation. Okay. That's kind of an unnoticed.
Wow.
Movie.
Trauma, I think they, distributed it, but not, I don't know if they made it, but it came out. I remember that.
I don't know.
I remember that artwork. I remember that in the video store. I almost positive I rented it back in the day. That's a bizarre, that's a unique pick.
Yes, it is.
Death by Temptation.
Yeah, I like that one. Okay, Blood for Dracula, 1974.
Oh, that's the Andy Warhol one again.
Oh, that's the one?
Yeah.
Paul Morrissey's Blood for Dracula. Udo Kier. Yeah, okay.
I think Andy Warhol produced that. I can't, but maybe I'm confusing that with Andy Warhol's Dracula. But
I think, Dave, before you joined us over on Jay the Des New Horror Movies, I think we did a big group review of this movie.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, I think so.
Is there dark humor interlaced with poignant societal observations?
No, no, it's not. No, it wasn't this is the Andy Warhol. Udo Kier, I think, was in that one also. Or am I thinking of? No, listen, I'm a word I can only say on rumble.com because I think I'm just mistaken right now. I'm on crack. I'm doing the crack drugs. Excuse me, folks. We didn't do this one. We did another Dracula movie, I think the same year.
Yeah,
Well-
that's weird though, huh? You thought it was one thing, C thought it was another. Well, maybe it is a hidden gem. Maybe we have to watch this. We don't know what this is for
Maybe.
real. Oh, I'm watching it. Okay.
I think it is Andy
Um,
Warhol's Dracula. Just for whatever reason,
Yeah.
it's called Blood for Dracula, but he was at the helm, even though Paul Morrissey directed it.
Yeah. I was thinking of the Klaus Kinski one where he's
Nosferatu
Renfield.
remake,
Or,
Or-
no.
because he's
I mean, he
also
was-
Nosferatu in the remake in '79, I believe.
Yeah, well,
He
he was
was.
Renfield in this one, and that's what I was thinking it was at first, and
Oh.
I realized, oh yeah, of course, this what we're talking about. Blood for Dracula is the Andy Warhol one. Now these are gems. I got to say they're at least, definitely off the beaten path here.
yeah. Well, here's one for sure. Number 7 is Evil Dead Trap. 100% hidden gem.
Yeah.
Damn.
Yeah.
It's getting a good
so,
release next year. That and part 2 are getting
nice.
Oh, okay.
another physical media solid release.
That
Well,
was one of those
bravo, that's
movies
good.
that got me in for obvious reasons. I'm like, hey,
Oh.
and it was like, yo, okay, right on. We
Word.
got something different here. I'm digging it.
That's for sure. Yeah, it's really cool. It's definitely a cool flick. This one's weird. Number 6 is going to be Vamps from 2012.
I didn't see that one.
No,
No, I did not.
I've
This
never
is
even heard of
weird.
it.
Alicia Silverstone and Kristen Ritter stars modern day vampires navigating love, life, and the undead quirks in New York City. Weird.
Interesting.
Forbes guys showing us up.
Weird. Well, we're gonna find
Yeah.
out. Yeah, we're gonna. Hello,
And
Mary
that's-
Lou. Prom night 2. Okay,
Nice.
fair.
That's
What's
the
that?
cover art for Vamps.
Oh, is it? It's a comedy.
Yeah.
Oh, I do remember that cover actually.
Yeah,
oddly
so
enough.
do I. It says vampire horror, comedy horror, romance.
Yeah. Who
Interesting.
knows? Yeah. Well, okay. Hello, Mary Lou. Prom night 2. I guess it's a hidden gem for some. Sure. Takes a different route than the original, but
Yeah.
it's a good flick. You know.
I want to see Vamps now. I know you're on Hello Mary Lou, but Amy Heckerling directed it. Fast Times at Richmond High and a bunch of
What?
other movies
Yeah.
from So
Wow.
that alone makes me want to check it out.
I'm curious. Yeah.
Hello
check it
Mary
out then.
Lou's like a very I go back and forth. I like that movie. I don't love it. And people blow it and make it seem like it's better than the
No.
original one. And for some, I
No,
can
it's-
understand because they think the original one's boring. I love the original one.
Oh, I think it's boring.
Yeah, I know you do. And there's someone else that always Jason Smith hates the original.
Oh.
Thinks it's just so boring.
I don't hate
Hello,
it.
Mary.
I just
I don't know.
yeah, I don't hate it. I'm kind of mid on it. I actually do like 2 and 4 better. I don't think they're better. Yeah, I know. I don't think they're better movies, but I just like them better and just a little bit
Yeah.
of
I don't know. It's fine. It's a fine movie for me, but they could have made a couple decisions that would have made more sense in Prom Night 2.
I
There's
agree.
like
Yeah.
a couple gaping plot holes that don't have to be there.
Sure.
And that
Well, I
was
think
kind
they
of the
just went
problem.
for the set piece kind of nightmare-esque,
I know.
a Freddy ripoff type thing. And at that point, sometimes in the 80s, it was just, let's see what sticks, and whether it makes
I
sense or
know.
not was secondary.
No, that's totally.
This is true. Okay, next we have The Old Dark House, an absolute classic from 1932.
The
James
Hammer, right?
Whale.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, no, I thought it was Hammer.
No. James Whale, early stuff. 32.
Okay.
Yeah. So it should be seen. That's for sure. I don't know. I guess it could be kind of considered a hidden gem, since when people talk about those older movies, they maybe it doesn't come up. They talk about like Universal classics as opposed to this one. You know.
Yeah.
So I don't know, but yeah, I get why that's there. Demons, 1985.
Nice.
Well, to the outside world,
Yeah.
it's a hidden gem.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Not for us.
I
but-
love that movie.
Oh, it's a hoot. It's a hoot, man. I love that.
And
movie.
I've
Yeah.
started loving 2 because 2 was always, we said that when we talked about it on the show, back in the day was always in a censored version. So after you saw
Mhm.
1, which was available uncut, and it was just gonzo gore and whatever, then to see 2 and it was just trimmed to shit, you're just like, oh, well, what's the point? But 2's a lot of fun as well. And now that it's
Yep.
been kind of uncut for who knows how long now, you see it all in its original form. It's great. Doesn't make a lick of sense, but it's great. Sorry.
Yeah. No, it's good. It's definitely it's a lot of fun.
Yeah.
That's for sure.
I love that movie.
And that just reminded me, I gotta watch Evil Dead Rise again. I got my Blu-ray yesterday.
Oh hell yeah!
So it was only $5. It was one of those sales. So I said, yeah, I'm getting that for $5. So
Nice.
I gotta give it the second watch for for rewatch season.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It might make my list, guys.
Yeah. Well, it's going to be on mine.
Oh,
I'll tell you that right now.
You're talking
Yeah.
to the Evil Dead guy. Of
Yeah.
course, it's gonna
Exactly.
be
Are you
somewhere
kidding
on
me?
there. Yeah.
Right.
That series is possibly, if I have to
Dude.
look based on rankings and ratings, I mean, it's got the best track record.
It does. They take their time. They, you know, they know what the people want, and they're not. It's, yeah.
Yeah, they do well. I just have that one misfire for me, but the other ones are, yeah, I'm a fan of all the other four for sure. But speaking of misfires, this one here, Tammy and the T-Rex, which
Oh, I tried
is it
watching
a horror
that.
movie?
Holy shit.
I've never seen it.
You watch it for Denise Richards and realizing
Oh
that,
boy,
like how she had a
Yeah.
career after that, but that's okay because she's
Beautiful.
fine. It's just such a bizarre film.
Yeah, I haven't seen it, so I can't tell you if it's a horror movie, but it certainly was not marketed as one in 1993. That much I know. But I know this it's had a resurgence, so I guess I
Yeah.
get that. Texas Chainsaw 2.
Yeah.
No.
I guess a hidden gem. I mean, maybe
Well, I don't think he said hidden gem. I think I said hidden gem, thinking it was ripping off Brandon's show. I think he was just pulling out gems that people don't talk about. But again, this one's talked about. Let's be honest.
well,
Like,
yeah. Well, yeah, but this is what it says: 10 great hidden horror movie gems you need to watch. Literally,
okay,
it's all
so
there.
he does
right in the
say
title.
hidden gem. I apologize.
Yep. Can you see
And that's not
I
a
don't
hidden
know.
gem. No.
Yeah, I think this is the only. Yeah, so far this is the one on the list that's a little like, no, you were doing so good, buddy.
It's a
But
great
it's
movie.
neglected.
I absolutely love
I like
it.
it. I like it.
Yeah,
But
it's
David, I
neglected
love
by
it.
the public.
I think I love it more than Dave, but I mean, I like it. It's a different movie than the original, but they're both 10 out of 10s for me.
No, nice.
1986. It's a 9 out of 10 for me as well. So there you go.
Yeah.
I'm huge on it. What the hell is this one? Honorable mentions. No. I'm just gonna say them and not go into it. Honorable mentions: 10 extra underappreciated horror films. Clash from 1984. Don't know. All Hallows Eve 2013.
Okay.
Okay.
That's fun. I watched that.
Yeah. Return of the Living Dead. Okay. The Church, 1989. Possession, 1981. C's favorite.
Yep.
Onibaba, 1964. Near
Oh.
Dark. Intruder. And Dead of Night, 1977. And Hour of the Wolf, 1968. There you go.
Why didn't he just do a top 20 then?
I don't know what this whole article was. Oh, we forgot to rate these articles. We were doing that last week.
Oh, is that
was
what?
fun.
Okay. I didn't.
Well,
That
I was-
werewolf
I-
one, the werewolf one, I'll give a B because I agreed
Uh,
with like the
Agreed.
yeah. This
Agreed.
one,
C
it's
plus.
weird. Yeah. I'll cop out and I'll just match you. C plus on this.
Go B
There you go.
minus.
B minus. Okay, there you go. I can dig it. All right. So, what's next? Aha. All right. We were talking about some of this earlier.
What?
The Yardbarker is the magazine, the website. Well, they're set up like magazines when you look at the articles, you know. By Thomas West, the 20 best body horror movies.
Ooh, let's go.
Here we
Yeah.
go.
Let's check out what Yardbarker has to. Now these go in order. One
Beast
this is
Within.
one
Oh,
of 20. Number 1 is Raw.
we were talking about that earlier. Isn't that hilarious?
Yes.
Yeah.
Great flick.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Love it.
That's for sure.
Absolutely
Number
love
2, The Blob, the remake, from '88. I never thought of that as body
I
horror.
really like that film.
I love that.
Yeah,
movie.
body horror is that's a little
It's-
stretch.
I mean, it's got some mangled aftermath. The Blob does some things to bodies, but
Very
you know,
true.
that's kind of
Digesting
yeah.
and pulling a head down a drain or pulling someone down a drain head first.
Yeah, those are just like creative kills, though. I wouldn't consider that body horror. You know, like
I agree.
Raw definitely goes there. It is that, but all right,
Right.
yeah, okay.
Yeah, I don't know why that's there. Okay, number 3, the runes. I'm a big fan of the runes.
Yeah, I could.
Yeah.
Yeah, you know, I've never seen the movie. I've only read the book.
Oh, you might not
Yeah.
like it. Every time you read a book and watch a movie, you get mad. So I don't know.
he knows me, folks.
It's
He
mad.
does. You know? Has it ever happened? Have you ever read the book first and then a horror movie came out like the last 5 or 10 years, and because of your knowledge or history with the book, it didn't, dissuade you from freaking.
When we did freaking Girl Next Door. I love both.
True, but that's different because that's nonfiction.
Yeah,
So
yeah, kind of. I mean,
you know what I mean? It's based on
kinda,
the source material
yeah,
is the same.
fair. Yeah.
I mean,
I read
fictional.
Rosemary's Baby by Ira Levin, and like both of them, just kind of disconnected from one another.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
So it does happen, but yeah, I think I'm yeah. The point remains.
Yeah, I mean, watch the runes anyway. Just try not to think about the book. That's all I can say. I never
Fair
read
enough.
the book, so I don't know.
I read it in like 2010, so it's
shoot.
been a while.
Check out the runes, definitely.
I will.
Okay. Eraserhead. I still haven't seen it. The only movie in the Exploding Heads top 200 that I haven't seen. But
Really? Okay. Some Lynch. Okay.
I mean, I'm sure there's good stuff in there, right? Body horror type stuff, or no?
I can't remember. I
there's-
don't really. I think I've seen this. I don't recall it at all. I just remember I've kind of checked off most David Lynch films from my viewing. So it's got to have been there. I remember nothing of it other than it being in black and white and being a little trippy.
Yeah, I think there's some disfigurement that happens. I think, yeah, it's been a while since I've seen it, but I think, yeah, this could be in body horror, I suppose.
Okay. All right. Cabin Fever. Wow.
Okay.
I mean, there is some body horror going on in there. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's fair. I mean, I don't know if this is supposed to be in any order or these are just 20 movies.
Just
it says
list,
5 of
list.
20.
Yeah. Okay.
Yes. I really don't know. But yeah, there's good body horror. Invasion of the Body Snatchers.
Ooh. Yeah, literally.
True. I
10
mean, it
out of
takes
10.
over their bodies.
Yep.
so-
Is this the 78 one?
Yeah. Yep.
Man, I love that movie. I just rewatched it like a couple weeks ago. I love it.
That one's getting that one just got released on Arrow in
Okay.
Oh,
in
yeah.
a 4K superset.
Ooh.
There you go. Good flick. I'm not going to buy that 4K superset, but I do like it.
Superset.
Yeah.
Quick chicken.
Okay.
Quick chicken.
Tell me about chicken. Number 7, the Human Centipede. Yes. I'm
All
fine
right.
with that.
Dude,
Anytime the Human Centipede's there, I'm
100% medically correct.
Yes, indeed, dude. I actually do really like the first two.
definitely.
I really do like them. I'm so I'm unapologetically just like, yeah. Yep.
Yeah. The third one I enjoy, but it's a different type of movie. Each movie is
is.
different. 1,
Yeah.
2, and 3. You
Yep.
know,
I didn't mind the first one, and I didn't like the other two.
I'm really
That's fair.
surprised you didn't like the second one.
Yeah,
Really
see?
surprised.
I actually hated the second one.
Oh,
Wow.
Okay.
Okay. So number 8, Reanimator. Is there
I
body
mean,
horror? I guess.
Well, yeah, there's the because of the degree of what ends up happening when they inject the serum at the end. Like you've got the head giving head, the walking around without a head. You've got the intestine, the whole chest, and the intestines coming out and attacking at the end
Yeah.
because of it
Yeah, I
being like
guess.
super reanimated.
Fair. Okay. All right. That's cool. Oh, number 9. Here you go, Christian. Videodrome.
Oh,
Yeah,
another 10.
There's a few that should have been mentioned from Cronenberg as he's the king of it, but Videodrome is definitely, it would have been a total oversight not to include it.
Indeed.
Right.
Love it.
Of course. And speaking of Cronenberg's, Possessor is next. We were just talking about it.
Cool.
Yeah,
Wow.
I like that. I love that movie, man.
Body horror, huh? I don't remember. I gotta watch it again, like I said earlier.
Yeah, it's been a while for me too. Since it was fresh on the scene. I
Yeah.
don't but it is about the taking over and other identities and these sorts of things. So there is a definite body component to it. What is the body and what and the mind and these things. And so okay, I'm fine with that.
Was it like
Fair.
essentially hijacking someone's
Yeah.
body so that they could go out and become hitmen?
Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I guess so. Okay. Well, you can't say anything about this one that's gonna make this. Why is this on the list? Jeepers Creepers.
What? It's a monster film.
The creeper takes people apart and I mean nah.
I guess because he's taking body parts.
This is a messy
'Cause he
list.
does take body
Yeah, I
parts.
mean,
Yeah,
it needs to have a better operational definition for what body
Agreed.
horror is, rather than just kind of like things are happening to flesh. It's like, that's gonna be most of your horror movies, my friends.
Exactly.
Yeah, it's
Friday the 13th Part 4 is next on the list.
why not?
Okay, next number 12 is Alien.
Okay.
Which, I mean, there's one scene.
Yeah. I mean,
so I guess I don't consider it a body horror movie, but
I wouldn't either. No, honestly.
13, The Brood. Now there you go.
Now we're talking.
There you have it. It's got lots of stuff.
All those Cronenberg films were pretty much considered body horror. So, I mean, I don't think anybody would argue if all, like, from pretty much Shivers to The Fly were included on that list.
True.
And maybe even Dead Ringers for that matter.
Right. 14, Slither. I enjoy Slither.
I love Slither.
I guess it is. It's a parasite. It comes in and it does cause See, Slither to me belongs on that hidden gem list. That's one. Oh no, wait, not Slither. I'm wrong. When I said Slither, I was thinking of a completely different movie. I was thinking of Splinter.
Well, Splinter is the one that I always said should be on the, like, I've mentioned that as a hidden gem, and it should also be on this list.
Yeah. Slither, I don't remember a lot about it. I enjoyed it. It was kind of like a Night of the Creeps type thing. Right?
Yep. More comedic.
Yep.
Yeah. No, speaking of comedic, number 15, Tusk.
Well,
I mean, fair. It becomes body horror for one person. Yeah.
It absolutely does.
So, yeah, I can dig it. Oh, wow. Number 16, Crimes of the Future. Huh.
Another Cronenberg. Again, I wasn't I said it. I said it like, I think, like a broken record last year. I liked what he was trying to do with it. I like playing around with the themes, revisiting that, but it just was very dull. It never felt like it got going for me.
I didn't see it, so okay.
But I saw it pop up on some lists last year.
Yeah, it did. Yeah, well, I listen to Christian when it comes to Cronenberg. If he doesn't,
but I mean, who knows? I mean,
I know. I hear you. There's so many movies, so little time. What can I say? All right, number 17, The Thing.
Yep. I was going to bring that up too. I mean, you can, although Alien and whatever, because of what it does and how it absorbs and recreates, then why not?
I think anything with sort of an infection narrative, and the way infections and viruses do interact with the body in order to make bad things happen, those can sort of glide into the body horror category for sure. And The Thing absolutely does, so.
Wow. That word though, infection. If you're to use infection, so many other movies would be on this list if you're taking it from that perspective.
Yeah.
Think about all the zombies, not the zombie ones, but the infection ones. It's about a disease.
As long as there's a focus on the infection, making a breakdown of the flesh itself, like it may be on there. What's the one where the chick has gets it on with the guy who had sex with the dead body? I forgot the name of it. It's not coming to me right now. And she starts falling apart
Oh, Contracted?
Yeah, that'll probably be on there.
Oh, yeah, that's a
on
good
this
one.
list. That's definite body horror. But it
Yeah,
is a zombie narrative that does emphasize the body horror itself rather than something vague and nebulous because like you're saying, sure, any zombie movie where they're rotting and they're doing that, sure it's body horror. Why not? Right. But
See,
yeah, there needs to be that emphasis on the
Yeah.
breakdown of the flesh and everything. So
when I think about body horror, I think about a person that has things going on inside, and it's the scariest because it's literally like having a disease.
oh yeah. Yep.
You know what I mean? So that's what I think about. And some of these movies here aren't. I'd like to do my own list almost, or just, body horror movies from what I consider to be.
Nice.
But the thing, I understand what there you go. 18 is The Fly, of course.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Now that guy's going through it the whole time. What I was just saying, it's freaking, it's like a disease, Oof, wow, what a movie. So The Fly, number 18.
Great
100%.
effects too.
Speak of the devil. What a weird night we're having. Wow. Number 19 is that Titan.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
Isn't that something?
Did he start with Raw? So you must love the director. Because Raw wasn't that at the beginning of the list?
Yep.
Yeah.
Julia Ducournau. Yep.
Yes. So there you go.
And rightly so. I mean, this is body horror. No question.
Oh yeah. Ooh.
Excuse me. Sorry.
Never wanted to be a car so much. Yeah, zing.
Word. Indeed. Number 20, Annihilation. If you think about it, there's definitely body horror things happening in Annihilation.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, speaking of which, my daughter just read that book for her for university. And I asked her if she had watched the movie, and she said no. I said, you've got to check that movie out. She says, well, everybody says that that read the book hates the film. I'm like,
oh, wow.
Who are you, Watson?
Yeah, right. This guy right here, eh?
That's funny. Well,
so I didn't like that film the first time I saw it. Dave, you made me rewatch it, and I thoroughly enjoyed it the second time.
See, I may have to do the same thing because I've only watched it the one time and I didn't like it. I thought it was beautiful.
Really?
I thought it was gorgeous. Alex Garland only makes gorgeous films, but I was like, nah. But it is one I do intend to rewatch here in the coming, months or years or whatnot, and to see if I, can appreciate it in a different way, like you seemed like you did. See.
Yeah, but I wouldn't have done it if it wasn't for Dave. Like Dave, it was something we were doing it for the show or something else, and then it just made me say, okay. And then I did, and I'm glad I did.
Cool. Okay.
Yepers. Okay, here we go. This is the next one. I would give that list, I guess, a C. Oh. I think C is fair.
Yeah, I'm with you.
Yeah. There's some questionable ones.
Yeah, but it does have some good ones too, but it's questionable ones as well. C. Yep.
Yeah. Okay. So this website is called CBR, and I don't know what it is, by Brian Anderson. Okay. 10. This one's probably going to be funny. 10 horror remakes that are actually better than the original. See, I don't think that's possible. So that caught my eye.
Oh, they're gonna have The Blob, The Fly, Invasion of the Body Snatchers.
Maybe, but 10.
Well, those are 4 right there.
Yeah, true. That's 4, but still, with our knowledge, I don't think that you could say there are 10 that are better, even including those 4. But anyway, let's see what we got here.
Let's see.
All right, number 10, 13 Ghosts.
I could agree with that. Although I still think that those is it Dark Castle? Was it that who did that?
It is Dark Castle.
Yeah. They always have that one good gory effect gimmick and whatever. This had some good scary ghosts, but what I thought was better, and it's Dave, this is what you said they might be making a show out of, because I've been asking about it, is when they came out the marketing strategy for this film, it had all the backstories of the ghosts. And that was far more interesting than the actual movie.
The discs had it. It was sweet.
Wait, are you saying there's going to be a show of this? I've heard jokes about this for years.
Well, that was what, I don't know if it's a joke or if it was reality. Dave, didn't you say that you saw something that said it was an actual, not a meme, but it was something written up saying that they're finally going to do it. But I wasn't sure if that was real or not myself.
No, I mean, if I shared it, then there would have been a reason for me to share it. I'm pretty sure it was official.
Yeah. Well, okay. So far, so good on this list. Okay.
Yeah. Okay. That's fine. Okay.
I'm with it.
No. Here we go. Number 9, Dawn of the Dead.
Ooh. I mean, you'll
Interesting.
have some people, I'm not one of them and won't be, but you'll have some people that preferred that update. I mean, that opening, like we mentioned last show, is scary.
Oh, of the remake.
Oh,
Yeah.
it's great intro.
It's
one of the best.
scary.
Yeah.
The fast zombies, you know, I'm all about the slow zombie, but when I first saw those back in the day, I thought, oh fuck, if you want to ramp up the tension, why not make these fast, crazy zombies? And I actually didn't have a problem with it. It just, you know, the things, the use of the mall was just sort of happenstance. I think they didn't really.
Agreed.
It wasn't mandatory. I hate the zombie baby. I know you like it, Dave. I'm not a fan of that. I thought that was cheap.
Fair.
But you know,
No,
awesome
if you're not going to
development.
kill a kid,
but it's not
zombify
better. It
I
stands.
love both movies, man.
Yeah, it stands up. Like I can appreciate it and watch it, but it's not better.
No. So Watson, are you a big
Ugh.
fan of the original?
Yeah, I do love
Okay.
the original and I love the remake. I actually saw the remake first, if I'm being honest, when it was in theaters, and then I went
Word.
back to see Romero's, and I loved it too. And
Nice.
so, yeah, I you know,
So you can see the argument for that. That's
Yeah.
good. That's great.
Yeah, that's.
I mean, and David and I like
well,
it. We reviewed it on the
Yeah.
show last year
Yeah,
or earlier
Yeah,
this year.
probably.
I think it was
Okay,
earlier
yeah.
this year.
Don't
Was
look at me.
versus new.
well,
And we
Jay and the
both-
Dead, for one, is kind of thinks the basically says that the original is like a movie he'd put on to go to sleep.
Yeah, same with
Yeah, he
our-
does say
our
that,
good friend
exactly.
Chris, aka Scott. He thinks it's boring as
Yeah.
hell. And
So-
yeah, I mean, it's one of my favorite movies, so I can't.
Yeah, it's comfort.
Oh, for
It's
sure.
got a comfort movie for me, man.
Yeah.
for sure.
Excellent.
Well, this is what's weird. This is what this guy says. Blah blah blah. Then in 2004, Zack Snyder with the James Gunn script remade it, and while not better than the original, it's at least as good. So the article's called "Ones
Yeah.
that are better than the original," and we're on the second one, and he says not better than the original, but it's at least as good.
That's
Interesting.
Okay.
Well, okay.
Yeah. Okay. So these are movies that maybe not, but they're at least as
So
good.
he's trying to
Yeah.
he's
Yeah,
trying
look
to
at this.
appease to both sides here. So you go
Yeah,
cop
yeah,
out there like
Is it?
I
Is this
don't want to
Brad?
offend.
You said
Yeah.
this guy's name's Brad something. You said
Yeah, I
author?
think Anderson or something.
Yeah,
I'll have
okay,
to go
it's-
back
well,
after.
you had one job, Brad.
Yeah.
Right. Okay, number 8. Okay, I wasn't thinking about this. Little Shop of Horrors.
I almost
Okay.
said that one, and I will
That's-
agree.
That's fair. I mean, it's a really well-made movie.
Feed me Seymour.
Yeah.
Feed me all night long. Yes,
I haven't
you can
seen
do
it.
I love that song.
That's great. It's been years since I've seen it. I remember Suddenly Seymour.
Yep.
Yeah. And the dentist, Steve
Oh
Martin, was
yeah,
awesome.
I'll be
Oh.
your dentist. Yep.
Like
So I guess it's
can't believe how long I know exactly the movie. It's been
Yes.
probably since it came out on
right. It
video.
was a staple in the days on HBO.
Oh, I
Remember?
grew
Always
up on it, man. Yeah. My parents would put that on for me when I was like 4. I wonder if they ever watched it. Just letting me watch this thing when I'm like 4 and 5 years old.
Wow. It's one of the original, he says, is one of the worst movies ever made, huh? It says
with Jack
yeah,
Nicholson.
shot in less than 3 days on a recycled set from Bucket of Blood.
What?
It's one of the worst movies ever made.
Roger
It did
Corman
have Jack
specialty.
Nicholson and an interesting premise, though. That's what he said. So he does mention Nicholson.
Hmm.
So I don't remember the original. So
Me
I
neither.
couldn't tell you.
Yeah.
That was what Roger Corman did. He'd take a set
Oh.
and use it for 2 movies.
Right. Correct.
2 for
Yeah.
1.
Okay,
deal.
number 7. 7 is The Blob. No surprise there.
Yep. Fair.
No argument here.
No.
Nope.
Okay. Number 6. Oh boy. Halloween. See, I mean,
Ooh, which one? There are 3 Halloweens.
that's true, but this is a remake. 1978 Halloween. Zombies. Ron Zombie tackled the Herculean task. Rob Zombie. Blah. Of remaking a classic with 2007's Halloween. Not actually better than the original.
Stop.
It's actually just as good.
I mean, I love it. Listen, I love the Halloween 2007, but you can't have it on the list and then have that as a qualifier. You can't do that.
Right. No. What's he doing?
And for the record, I think Halloween 2018 should have been called Halloween 2.
Why not? Another Halloween 2.
See, remember we were talking about Scream 6 being Scream 2.
That's why not?
Well,
That'd be great.
Yeah.
Yeah, that would have been.
At this point, why not?
Yeah, exactly.
I mean, this is crazy that he would even say this.
Yeah,
okay. And then he makes it worse by saying, unfortunately, Zombie's attempt at a remake of Halloween 2 fell way short.
I love Halloween 2. I love both those movies, but they're not better than 78. I mean, and he's saying it himself. So,
right.
Yeah. Just make this a top 9.
Or 6, because he's already said that a couple times. So I don't even know what he's doing so far. I mean, okay, number 5, The Hills Have Eyes. Okay.
Yeah.
That's fair. That's fair to be on this list. Do I prefer it? Probably not, but I like them both right around the same. So
there are some that say blasphemous, but I actually agree. When we went back to rewatch the ones, again, my hate for Wes Craven's been shining through on a lot of those episodes. And that Hills Have Eyes is laughable, but I do love Dee Wallace. I mean, she's an overlooked scream queen.
Yep.
And yeah, I mean, but they're like some of the get-ups that they have in there are just hilarious. And that sequel, I know it's not about the sequel, but that sequel is fucking dreadful.
Oh, they're both dreadful, but yeah.
No, I'm talking about, both. I know what you mean. I actually don't.
Yep.
I could watch the sequel to the remake before I watched The Hills of Eyes Part 2 that Craven did in 85 with the fucking dog flashback.
The dog flashback is so damn funny.
It's amazing, isn't it?
It is. It honestly is, Dave.
And Craven going, oh, they took away my creative. Craven, you're the only director that seems to have this problem time and time again with your producers. Get better producers, because they always seem to take your creative control away from you and you make shitty films.
Yeah, bastards. Okay.
I know the guy's made some great films. I'm just saying, but man, oh man, his stinkers are fucking stinkers.
I love it. I love it.
Number 4, The Fly. Okay, we can't say a word about that. Agreed. Yep. Okay. Number 3, Evil Dead 2. Wow.
That's not a remake. So
no.
I've always said it was, part remake, but you're literally talking about the first 10 minutes of the movie.
Yeah, it's a recap.
It's a recap. It's different. That's why people thought that.
Yeah.
But it's just
I get the confusion, but it's not. Yeah, it's that one does not belong on the list at all.
This guy's gonna get a bad mark.
Yep.
Yeah. This is what he says. Many people forget that Evil Dead 2 is partially a sequel to Sam Raimi's classic 81 low-budget horror and partially an expanded remake. The second installment retells the story of Ash Williams accidentally unleashing hell in a remote cabin in the woods. In the first, Ash had a few friends with him, while in the remake, it was just his girlfriend. But they are still the same basic story. They just didn't have the budget to freaking put everyone there. That stuff wasn't important.
I mean, I've argued it too, just to argue it. But I mean, why didn't he have the balls to say 2012 or 13 Evil Dead was better than 81?
Ooh, okay.
Because again, it's a remake supposedly, but then it's also Evil Dead 4 as a show the car in the movie. Yeah. So there's been arguments that it's just a continuation.
Yeah, I've always thought of it as just a spin-off, but I think I've said that ad nauseum. So,
and that and Evil Dead 2 was a sequel, but I understand some of the confusion because I used to say that too. All right, number 2. Oh, I wasn't thinking about that. It, because first
I agree.
Then the movies.
I see. I'm with you on that, but I've always considered Andy Muschietti's It movies to be additional adaptations of the novel. So it's kind of
a readaptation. Yes.
Yeah, readaptation. That's
Right.
what that is to me. It's not
True.
It wasn't looking, so I've heard arguments too. I think even were they saying over on 22 Shots back when I don't want to misquote them, but I think when Chapter 1
it's okay.
2017 was new,
They don't listen.
yeah. No, fair enough. But yeah, they were saying that there were deliberate parts from the movie, the 1990 miniseries, that were taken and remade in this new one. I don't, know how much I trust that. I only listen to good podcasts now. No, I love 22 Shots. I'm glad they're back. But
yeah.
So I don't know what anybody would say to that, but it's a readaptation. I don't know, but if it is better than, for me, and this is somebody who has total nostalgia for the miniseries, I like the new ones better.
Yeah. That's okay. Yeah. And I like the new ones better too, but I don't dislike the original. So I think it's fair.
Yeah.
To say these are better,
What's his number one? Firestarter?
All right. Number one is The Thing. Oh, we haven't said the obvious one yet. The Thing. Okay. Yeah. No shit.
Sort of another readaptation, of a kind from Who Goes There, but no.
Yeah. I'm still gonna give this list I don't know, a D+, which is the lowest rating I've given any of them.
Yeah, well, I will just give a D because he's put 2. The list says better than the original, and then 2, he says are not better than the original. It's just stupid. And then Evil Dead 2 is not a sequel, is not a remake. So then it's a D.
Yeah, I may have to throw in a little bit of triple D action here, because when he's right, he's right. But yeah, then there are these others that are just don't even belong on the list. So I'm with you on all of that.
Word. Yeah, you're right.
He gets the right. Triple D.
Well, let me tell you this.
Yeah.
All holes.
We have to do one better than him.
Wait, he's a guy.
His name is Brian, not Brad. Brian Anderson. So Brian Anderson from CBR. Let us know if you want to be on the show.
Brian and Brad are getting the double Ds.
Yep.
And we got one more D to give out. So
all right.
Okay, 2 more left to go. This one I thought would be interesting because it's modern horror movies. You don't see a lot of stuff about 21st century. So I'm going to try to make it quick because we're so familiar with these ones. But this one is the 31 best modern horror movies from IGN.
Let's go.
By IGN staff. So who knows? So let's see what we got here. The 31 best. Okay, number 31. See, Malignant.
I told you I liked it better the second time I watched it when I rewatched it, but I still had some problems with it. But it's okay. It looks damn good.
I do like that movie.
I like it. I haven't rewatched it.
It wouldn't make this list. I could fill 31, I think, with better movies than Malignant, but all right.
Yeah, I think I'm with you there. Number 30, The Devil's Rejects.
Yeah. Okay. Well, I like that.
Sure.
I'm in.
It doesn't have the line that Watson loves from Three from Hell, but I mean, hey.
Oh, you're salami, motherfucker. Been a while. I forgot about that.
Awesome. I said it when I watched it with the guys. We watched it not too long ago. Finally.
And then his friend shoved his cock in his mouth.
He's like, man, me and my big mouth.
Yeah.
I know. What was I just now too? I was setting myself up when I said that. Holy cow. Jeez. All right, number 29, Wreck. 100%, man.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's beautiful. Yep. Yeah, I'd have it higher probably, but yeah. Hard to say.
I always regret my low rating of that. I didn't have a low rating. I had a kind of a mid rating on it when I first guest started on the show back in the day, and it'd be much higher now. Much higher now.
Yeah. Oh, it's fucking great. Yes.
Yeah. Excellent movie.
Now 28, I don't consider it necessarily a horror movie except the beginning of it. But One Cut of the Dead.
Oh, Watson's number 1.
Right. Yeah. I tricked up poor Brandon.
Yeah.
I love this movie. It's a 10. It's just it's not horror. It's just not a horror movie.
Fair.
It just isn't. It's
But if you considered it horror, So you would have it on this list.
Absolutely.
Okay.
It's a 10 for me. So I can't imagine a 10 not making it in. I kind of got misty eyed watching it. So
Yeah,
that doesn't happen to
there
me
was
very
something.
often.
True. I should watch it again.
Yeah.
I really should.
Or watch the remake, the one that the French did. That
Oh,
came
is
out
that
this
any
year.
good?
I didn't see it. I just
Okay.
I came out earlier this year, I believe.
Yeah, I just skipped it on account of skipping it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Fair.
Yeah.
Okay. Number 29. Oh, 29. That was
Or
20.
maybe it was
going
last
back.
year. It came out, whatever.
Number 27, and I disagree strongly, but Candyman 2021.
Nah, this doesn't. No.
Not my cup of tea.
Nope.
I actually didn't mind it, but I wouldn't put it on the list.
Yeah.
Right.
But I didn't.
I
hate
didn't
it like
mind
some
it.
people. Yeah.
Oh,
I
thought it was
didn't
okay.
hate it. I
Yeah.
didn't hate it. I'm just angry at it for a stance that I think they took in the movie, and I'll just leave it be there. That's all.
Hear more on rumble.com.
I'm just saying. Yeah. Okay. Number 26, The Ring. Definitely belongs there.
Yeah.
To me. I mean.
Yep.
Yeah. Great stuff.
Naomi Watts.
Yeah, baby.
Indeed.
Favorite actress.
Indeed. And speaking of Watson, not Watts, Watson. Number 25, The Strangers. There you go.
Yeah, I'm with it.
Yeah, man.
Let's go.
Yeah, I'm down. Number 24, a little surprise here. Hush.
Hush?
I like Hush. Yeah.
I love Hush. One of my favorite
Yeah.
Flanagans.
Yeah, that's true.
I quite like it. I wouldn't have. It never would have occurred to me if somebody said, "Hey, Watson, put together 31 the best 21st century horror movies." It wouldn't have occurred to me, but it's a damn good movie.
Agreed.
Yeah,
it's 100%. Yep.
Interesting. He has it right after Strangers too, because it kind of shares similarities of that being like a home invasion in a sense.
Yeah.
In a sense, he's more
true.
hunting. And
yeah.
But still.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, number 23. Oh, well. Okay, at least it's on the list. Midsommar. I can take that. That's fine. I mean, you guys know I love it, but that's fine. 23. All right, I'm glad it's there. Number 22, Raw. Wow, lots of love for Raw.
We're talking about how that doesn't get talked about.
Yeah, I know, and it's on the. I would have it on a list of 31 best of 21st century horror. I'd have it somewhere in there.
I don't know if I would, but I'd have to look around. Yeah, I mean, I'm not saying it wouldn't. It's tough. 31 more. I should try my own list. That would be fun.
Yeah, that would be. Jeez,
Ugh. Well, I already have my 2010 list. All I have to do is look at the ones prior and then see what's going on and the couple years after.
True.
Because I got all the 2010 to 19. So I might do that. Okay. 21, Pulse. Wow. That's
Pulse.
fine. From Japan. Yeah. 2001. I wouldn't expect to see it this high.
Yeah.
But I do like it.
I like it. Yeah, it's good.
Okay. Number 20, Sinister. Nice. Props for Sinister. I can dig that. I can dig it. I'm a fan.
Sinister 2?
Sinister 2 is fine as well. Not as good as the original, but I became a bigger fan because of Francesca, actually. Yeah, and then I sort of I started watching it more. I'm like, wow, this movie is freaking great. Yeah, so it's wouldn't make my 31, but I really dig it. 19, maybe not a horror movie. Green Room.
It would make the list if I could argue that it is horror, and I would try damn hard to argue that it is.
Damn good movie.
Yeah, it would be in. Honestly, it would be in my top 5 of this list. So
wow.
Yeah.
Wow. Of the past 23 years, that's impressive. Holy shit. Okay.
It makes me sad that dude died, and the way he died too.
Anton Yelchin, man, it made me sick when I heard he passed. It was not a good death either. That must have been painful for that poor fucking kid, dude. Fuck, that sucks.
Dude, but he's
27, which I guess he was in the club, right?
That's true. Club. Yeah. What a club.
Yeah.
Shit.
Yeah.
Jeez. Okay. Number 18, The Cabin in the Woods. There you have it.
Baby.
Yeah.
That'd be in my top 3.
I was gonna say a lot of Watson favorites on this list.
Yep.
See, he's lining up.
I got the taste.
Yeah,
Leslie,
maybe you should
Leslie,
write for them.
Leslie Vernon or whatever is going to be on
It
this.
won't
too.
be that. It won't be there, but it should be. It'd be on mine, but it won't be on this list.
It might be. Let's see. Number 17, Lake Mungo.
That wouldn't make
There
my
you
top
go, Watson.
200.
You and Brandon are so on different ends of the spectrum of that movie.
Well, Watson made a good point about it now. That's why.
Yeah. I just don't. There's a point. Something happens in the movie, and then there should be no movie after that. Nobody talks about that, and it damns the movie for me. And I liked the movie, but then that second time watching, I was like, no, I can't allow this.
Yeah.
He's right. I came down a full point because of it.
Oh yeah, and so and I hate to say it too.
I know.
Take no joy in that, but I you know what? It's got the love, and it is a cool. Except for that, it's got some good stuff in it. So
it does get the love, and I see other found footage ones that should get it. But I totally think it's great, and I totally was really into it until you pointed that out. I'm like, oh, you're right.
If we had to trade in a found footage movie, I mean, I bet you we'd probably both go Poughkeepsie Tapes, maybe.
100%.
Yeah. Yep. Yeah.
100% Poughkeepsie Tapes.
Poughkeepsie Tapes, or I put The Bay. I love The Bay.
The Bay is
hell yeah.
great.
The Bay, amen to that. Yeah.
No doubt about it.
Yep.
All right, number 16. Wow, what a nice surprise. And I'm a big fan of this movie. Not everybody is. Saint Maud.
Oh, yeah.
It's a nice surprise.
Oh,
I think it's one that I've been thinking about a lot lately.
I need you to give me one of these times your interpretation of that, because
yes,
I think I like where your head is on this movie more than like anybody else, and I think you would talk me up. So because I like it,
I could,
but I need to hear the Dave Z breakdown one of these days.
Well, it's quite easy. There's nefarious. There's somebody behind it the whole time.
You do think so? Okay. Well, I kind of
like that. It's totally doing what I said evil does. Like when we talked about that movie,
When Evil Lurks.
When Evil Lurks, evil does things to do them, to mess with people.
You do think there's extra evil and it's not all in the head?
None of it's in the head. It's all being presented by you know who.
Buddy. If you're right, okay. You know what then? All right. Okay.
They're easily manipulated. You have to be religious and you have to fully believe in God to get messed with by the devil. You can't have one without the other.
Yeah.
You can't have one without the other. Sorry. Just felt like breaking out in a song there.
Amazing.
Love and marriage.
Oh God. Amazing. Okay. Number 15. A lot of people love this movie, and I wish I did, because they know it's well made and everything else. The Devil's Backbone.
I can see it.
Del Toro's are like early 2001.
Yep. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, this is a Duncan McLeish movie.
Yeah, this is the Duncan movie. It bores me a little bit. I'm sorry.
I can see that. And remember, we had that big kind of knock him down, drag him out whole deal, and you and I got the others through in that podcast, and sadly the Devil's Backbone had to take the brunt of that, but it's a good movie, but I could I like it.
Maybe the others will be on this list. I doubt
that'd be great.
Yeah, it would. Okay, number 14. Props. Okay, Paranormal Activity. Nice. That's fine. It's got to be there for what it started and for the franchise and for the idea here. I'm fine with that.
I'm with it.
So, yeah, I'm down. Number 13. Wow. Exploding Head's favorite, The Invitation.
Nice.
Hey, shit. Yeah.
2015. The one that came out with the vampires like a couple other years ago. Did you guys see that one?
I couldn't get through it, man.
No.
I was like, am I watching fucking Gossip Girl or some shit? I was like, nah. I'm like a 38. Well, I was at the time when I'm a dude in my late 30s and I drink whiskey copiously. Like I copious amounts of whiskey. I don't have time for The Invitation. That's not for me. They didn't go, hey, I know who this movie's for. Yeah. So, the Invitation you're talking about, 2015.
Yes.
Yeah. That's That's a damn good movie. I remember loving your review of it way back in the day before we knew each other all that well. Like it was.
Well, that was Brandon's #1 of the year, I
Yep.
believe. Yeah, he loved it.
Yeah,
That was our first 10 shows too, though. I think that was good
Yeah.
stuff. Okay, The Invitation, nice. Okay, number 12. Oh my, Brandon. Speak of the devil. Wow.
Oh my, Brandon. Is that what you just
Yeah.
said?
A girl
Oh my,
walks home
Bacon
alone at
Brennan.
night.
Oh my God, yes.
Man,
Yeah,
dude,
that was a B movie for sure.
holy! It was showing up on lists last week and this week, and this movie is more beloved than I thought it to be. It's crazy how much love this movie's getting on different lists.
Yeah, so
Wow.
Brandon wasn't really obscure after all.
No, we were apparently. This was the movie that was kind of
It's
slow
Iranian.
for me. It
Yeah.
was too slow for me. Just was.
She just said, fucking run for Pete's sake. It's nighttime, bitch.
That's good though. I'm glad it's here. Okay, number 11. Okay, Train to Busan. Definitely.
Okay.
Definitely be on the list. Yeah.
Yeah. All right.
Yeah. No arguments. Okay.
No.
Number 10, Under the Skin. That's a Duncan
Oh.
movie again.
It's a Duncan movie. It wouldn't make my
Yeah.
list, but I know the
No.
Duncan types would. Yeah, it's a good movie.
Haunting soundtrack.
It is. Yeah, really good soundtrack. It's good stuff for
Yeah.
sure.
It is good.
Oh, this movie. Why is this movie here? Number 9, His House.
Nah.
It was
Oh.
a fine movie. It was
It was
fine.
okay. Yeah,
Yeah.
totally forgettable.
Right.
Like some
Right.
background noise from a
It was
couple
good.
years
No,
ago.
I enjoyed the story. Remember,
yeah.
they were from like Sudan and they came over here and all
Yeah.
the other stuff. And yeah, I mean, it was a cool story, but I mean, I don't know.
Every time he's there, like, whose house?
his
house.
His house. Awesome. Yeah, that I don't know why that's here. That's a misfire in my
Yeah,
opinion. But number 8, The Descent. That's beautiful.
Okay.
There you
Yep.
go.
Yep.
Yeah. Great movie.
Absolutely.
Great movie. All right.
It is now.
Number
for me.
7. Yeah, it is now. You did come up. Yes. Who
Oh,
challenged
that's
you? Wasn't
right.
it wait a minute.
Eric,
Hold
I
on
think
a
it was Eric
second.
Webster.
It was Eric Webster.
Well,
Yeah.
it challenged me. Well, maybe he did challenge me, but I watched it
watch it
again. I'm like,
again.
yeah, I had I say my usual thing is I had my stick up my ass when
That
I
happens.
originally watched it, and
Pass it here.
Yeah.
let me get a taste.
Yeah.
No,
Like
you know,
the
I
candy
remember
cane.
when The Ritual came out from 2018 over on Netflix. My son and I did a double feature of The Descent and The Ritual, and man, what a time we had with that. Just
That's awesome.
Hey, did you watch The Ritual with the ending that we put together?
I love that. Yes, excellently done. Excellently
Oh
done.
God.
A lot of people
Remember
didn't love that.
Oh, they hate it.
It's on YouTube, and I think we have the
Yes.
most thumbs down for
Yep.
that video. Luckily, they don't show anymore. They just show the thumbs up.
Oh
Yeah,
yeah,
you're
well,
right.
my son did some sort of algorithm thing, and so when I'm on YouTube, I can see the thumbs down stuff, and
Oh.
Wow.
but yeah, I gave it a thumbs up because even though I love that movie to death almost as much as The Descent. Yeah, I'm it was funny. You know, it was probably
was
Levi
funny.
Etheridge. He was probably getting
Yeah.
Levi Etheridge.
Poor Levy.
Yeah,
Yeah.
poor guy.
Okay, The
Well-
Descent. Yeah, okay.
Yeah, that's great. All right, number 7, It Follows. Yeah. Yep.
We've
should
talked
be
about it on
there.
the show, and with you were on the show. What?
Yep, I was on it.
Yep. Okay. Number 6, 28 Days Later. That's why I was saying 20.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm fine with it. And not
Yeah.
number 6, but I'm fine with it being
No.
on a list.
Yeah, same Dave. Yep.
You know?
I love it. I that was a great movie. Danny Boyle did a great job. I liked the
Yes.
sequel as well.
Yeah, I've never saw the sequel. Is that worth checking out?
It is definitely worth checking out.
Okay.
It's
Yeah.
fine.
Sweet.
Yeah.
Okay.
This kid
You
pisses
only-
me off the entire movie, though.
Really.
He is responsible for everything that goes wrong. Watch the
Oh,
Robert
first
Carlyle's
15, 20 minutes of
character?
that movie. There's a kid. I don't know, whoever that
Oh.
kid is, the brother, the young
Mhm.
boy. He's responsible for the first 20 minutes. All he does is mistake after mistake and causes all this to happen.
Oh,
Where
That's-
he
Well-
puts everybody freaking in danger. Yeah. Anyway.
Hmm.
Number 5, The Witch.
Yeah.
Gotta be.
I'd have it a
there.
little higher, but
Yeah, for sure. It's still
Lickety clackety.
awesome. There she is.
Yeah, there's
Two of you.
Hey.
Yeah, and for anybody who doesn't know out there, my son made a video back in like 2015, right when the movie came out, and it's called 5 minutes and 11 seconds of clickety clackety. Go to YouTube, find the video. I dare you to watch it. Like and subscribe.
It's great.
Triple dog, like and subscribe, and ring that bell.
It's exactly like it sounds, folks. She starts out I be not messy. Yeah, and then for the next 5 minutes, clickety clackety, baby.
You should have done it where it's like that 24-hour, like.
Oh, you know what? I'll talk to him when he gets home from work.
Yeah,
that would be amazing.
Yeah,
I put it on his background noise and clean the house or something. That'd be amazing.
instead of brown noise, it's clickety clackety.
Yeah,
clickety
I
clackety.
used to date this girl who had a daughter, and I put it on for the daughter, and 5 minutes and 11 seconds would go by, and she'd just go again.
Awesome.
10 minutes and 22 seconds.
Wow. She loved it, huh?
Yep, she loved it.
That's
a little girl.
Wow.
All right,
Damn.
The Witch. Okay, number 5.
Right.
I'm with it.
Number
That's a good.
Yeah. Hell yeah. Number 4, the Babadook. Okay.
Yeah.
I think it's great. I'm not as high as a lot of other people where I would be
Same.
top 5, but
Yeah,
I do dig it.
Yep. You're Dave, you're going through the old episodes of Horror Movie Podcast, and there is a great review when they cover the Babadook. And
Okay.
Jay, and that's a fantastic review. I remember that, and I didn't know Jay at the time, and I remember messaging him just like, I can't believe you shared all of that with us. Thank you. What a man. I love you, man. Like, because he shared the story of his dad's passing, and which is a real unfortunate thing, happened on vacation. And anyway, I don't know if he's going to listen to this. I would hate for, but he shared that story in his review of the Babadook over on Horror Movie Podcast, and it was a brilliant review, and just from a brilliant guy. So good stuff there. I don't know if this would be in my 31, but I could as the Royal We 31. Yeah, I can see it.
Yeah, that's fine. Just not this high, but I get it.
Totally.
Number 3. Aha. Now there we go. Let the right one in.
Yep.
I'm just fine with that.
I'm fine with that. Yeah. Yep.
Yeah, that's number 3. I'm not gonna argue that. Okay. Number 2, Hereditary. There you go.
Yep.
Good old Hereditary.
Yep.
Absolute.
Can't argue that. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Martyrs better be on this list.
I know. Where is it?
Dude, we're missing a few. Okay.
Wow. Right. Number 1. I'll give you each 3 guesses. Then I'll tell you if anybody got it. 3 guesses each.
Okay.
We're already we're at number 1 now. Okay.
Yep. Number 1.
Huh.
What are you looking on the computer?
No, I'm looking at what has already been said.
Yeah, I'm trying.
Okay.
I'm. Gosh. All right. What?
From 2000 and on, right?
Yep.
Sweet justice.
It's interesting because that's actually going to tie into our next and final list.
I'm gonna say. All right. Just kind of. It's gonna be one of the Jordan Peele movies, so I'm gonna say either Us or Get Out.
Those are your 2 guesses. Okay.
And I'll go one more and say. Oh God, if they had Bone Tomahawk or The Black Coat's Daughter, but it wouldn't be at number 1, so I'm not gonna say those, because those should have been on this list. Oh, Jordan Peele. Oh gosh.
You're probably right with Get Out or Us, to be honest. But
Get Out would be my answer. God, I can't even think of a third one because I maybe like The Wailing or something. No, they wouldn't know about The Wailing. IGN. I'll just throw that out there just for shits and giggles. We'll say The Wailing and then the Jordan Us and Get Out. Those are my 3.
Well, the Wailing and Martyrs would be the ones that I had on.
Martyrs! Fuck yeah!
Or my top 2, but because you made very little reaction to the Martyrs, but those will be my top 2 guesses.
Oh, Martyrs is a 10. So, what do we got, Dave?
So, well, I gotta hand it to you guys. It's Get Out.
Okay. Okay. Get
Yeah,
out.
I
Okay.
mean, the reason I was so shocked is because I never. Now, don't get me wrong. I think it's a great movie, and it would be on my 31. It would be. It just took me by surprise when I saw it. I'm like, oh, Get Out. Okay. All right.
Yeah.
It
wouldn't be
I'm
on
not
mine
knocking
either,
it.
Dave. Yeah.
Well,
I'm
I
not
forgot.
knocking it. It's great.
Yeah, like
I just-
it just from a popularity standpoint wasn't mentioned. Not that it would be on my list, but it was so huge from a box office
Yeah.
standpoint that I assumed that it may make it, but Get Out makes sense. But Murders
What
is
about
over.
it?
Well, that's what I just said. I just said it.
Yeah. You would think
It-
it would be there.
Martyrs is an oversight
yeah.
for sure. Like
Definitely.
his house is on this list,
Yeah.
and no Martyrs.
Yeah. His house. Come on. Right. Yeah,
Whose
that
house?
was a weird one. That was weird, but I can't argue. Like, I don't know.
It
A
should
lot
be
of
there.
the list I understand.
Yeah.
A lot of them I understand. Some I don't. There's like probably 4 or 5 that I'm like, I don't think so. Maybe 6 or 7, maybe a little more. But I give the list a B though. I think it's fair. It's not bad.
I'll go B+.
B plus. C.
I'll to differentiate, I'll be B-.
All right.
It's fine.
So now-
the list is fine.
Now this wraps it up. Why wasn't this working? Hold on. Okay, this is an interesting thing that somebody did a couple years back. And it's called from The Ringer. It says the horror Oscars, the best scary movies of every year since 1978's Halloween. Now, it's a little more than that. Here's the number of Oscars that were awarded to Alfred Hitchcock for Best Director, 0. Here's the number for John Carpenter, 0. Wes Craven, 0. James Whale, 0. Cronenberg, 0. You get the point. In the Academy Awards, 90-year history of horror films have been nominated for Best Picture just 6 times out of a possible 546 nominees. The Exorcist, Jaws, Silence of the Lambs, Sixth Sense, Black Swan, and last year's Get Out. Only one took home the prize, The Silence of the Lambs in 92. So what they're doing here basically is this year marks 40 years since Carpenter's Halloween, a film that kicked off a wave that redefined the genre, inspiring copycats, extremists, commercial juggernauts, and crass exploitation pictures, blah, 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 blah. Without Halloween, there is no Scream. Without Scream, there's no Blumhouse. Okay. This is an awfully long article. I was just trying to give a little bit more background. Here we go. As we approach another awards season with virtually no chance of a horror winner, I thought it'd be fun to chart a little revisionist history. Let's determine the winner of the horror Oscars every year since Halloween. I'll pick a winner and 4 other nominees. So there you go. That's what it is. But
It's going to be a hell of a long list.
Well, yeah, but I'll go through it quick.
Okay.
That's why it's the grand finale. So 1979 annual Oscars.
Alien.
Best visual effects, 1. Best art directed, nominated. Yes, Alien. You're correct. So yeah, it was nominated in 1 visual effects and best art directors. Runner up, Amityville Horror, Brood, Phantasm, When a Stranger Calls. Okay. 1980 actual Oscars.
Sorry.
Famously, the Stanley Kubrick film was the only one of his final 9 movies that received no nominations from either the Oscars or the Golden Globes. But the award goes to The Shining. Yep. Runners up, The Changeling, The Fog, Friday the 13th, and Prom Night. Prom Night! Okay. So, 1981.
American Werewolf in London. I don't know. It's such a.
Yeah.
Is it?
Actual Oscars, best makeup, 1.
Well,
yeah.
yeah.
American Werewolf in London.
That I do. Sorry, the actual one. Yeah.
Runners up, Evil Dead, Halloween 2, The Howling, and Possession. Possession. Yeah, 10 years ago, you never would have saw that there. Possession. Okay. 1982. Actual Oscars. Best sound editing, nominated. Best visual effects, nominated. Best score, nominated. Can anyone guess? 1982. What was nominated for those three?
From an actual horror film?
Yep.
The Thing?
1982.
I was gonna say, did The Thing even get that much love?
No,
Nope.
I don't think
Poltergeist.
Poltergeist.
Yes. Poltergeist. That's good though. It got nominated 3 times. No awards, but runners up: Cat People, Creepshow, Tenebrae, and The Thing. Okay. 1983 actual Oscars, none. What do you say, Christian?
83 was a weird year, but obviously Videodrome or The Dead Zone should.
What do you think,
Cronenberg-
Watson?
Cronenberg should have gotten something.
I Videodrome all day, man.
Fucking yeah. I mean, C is called every fucking thing. Yeah, Videodrome.
I'm gonna see him following your lead at this point, brother.
Look at this guy. Yeah. Runners up: Christine Cujo, The Hunger, Sleepaway Camp. Okay. So, actual Oscars for 1984, none. What wins 1984? Guess. One guess. Go on.
I always
I
get
think
84 and 85 mixed up a little
This
bit.
is so easy. Oh, okay.
I mean, they're
Um,
probably gonna say Nightmare on Elm Street for
Well,
something, you know.
that
I
would
mean,
be-
didn't
not gonna be
Ghostbusters,
Toxic
but it was a
Avenger.
comedy, but it won. Didn't it actually get something for effects or something like that? But you know, it's not on this list. I wouldn't say.
So that
Right
so
now,
what's
I mean,
that's why I got confused because I was thinking Ghostbusters was 85, but it is 84, right?
Yep.
So it's either Ghostbusters or the original one
Nightmare.
that we said, which was Nightmare on Elm Street.
Yep, it's Nightmare on Elm Street. Actual Oscars, none for anybody. So unless I don't know if Ghostbusters was up to something they didn't consider horror, it's possible.
Yeah, probably that. Yeah.
You know, yeah, because runners up: Children of the Corn, Gremlins, Night of the Comet, Silent Night, Deadly Night. So yeah. So there you go. Okay, 1985 actual Oscars, none. Boom. What do you got for 85?
Oh, this is gonna be hard too, man. Because I love Return of the Living Dead, but I think they'll probably give it to Reanimator.
Ooh, yeah, Return of the Living Dead. I wonder if Day of the Dead would get anything.
Oh shit! There's Day of the Dead too. Fuck yeah! It's such a hard year.
I know.
All 3 of those deserve it.
Well, you're first as always. You're fucking on fire. See, Reanimator.
Oh, sweet.
Yeah. Runners up: Day of the Dead, Fright Night, Phenomena, Return of the Living Dead. Okay.
Awesome.
86. This one, best makeup.
The Fly.
The Fly.
It has to be.
Yes.
Has to be.
Yep. Runners up: Blue Velvet, From Beyond, Henry, and The Hitcher. Okay. 87. Actual Oscars, none. Who wants to take a stab at 87?
Hellraiser for like best adapted screenplay or something like that.
Oh, well, I was just gonna say Hellraiser because it's 87 and it's the first one that came to my mind too.
87. Evil Dead 2.
Well, I mean, of course.
There you go.
How did one
Runners
of us
up.
not say that one?
I can't believe Watson. I know.
I know,
Runners up: Hellraiser, Lost Boys, Near Dark, Prince of Darkness.
Okay.
So, yeah, I thought you for sure were going to say Evil Dead 2 by default, you know?
I almost did. That's why I went to swerve with Hellraiser.
Uh-huh. That's okay. 1988, actual Oscars, none. What would you guess?
There's 2 that come to my mind, but
You're probably not going to get this one.
this one's.
Trying to
What year
think
did
of
Lair
that.
the White Worm come out? Because it's probably
It's this
something
year.
ridiculous. Like, is it? It's probably that
Yeah.
movie then. Because I was gonna say I'd love it to be Hellbound or, oh, there's I forgot the other one that was on top of it. I would have loved it to be Hellbound, but I'll say Lair the White Worm.
Yeah, I mean, Beetlejuice would be like one I'd love to see, but it'll be like The Vanishing, maybe.
All right. 1988, They Live. That's
Oh,
what no one's gonna
wow.
guess it.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's
Yeah. Runners up: Child's Play, Killer Clowns, Pumpkinhead, The Serpent and the Rainbow.
okay.
All right. 1989, actual Oscars, none. This is probably easy to guess. 89.
Pet Cemetery. Right, is that 89?
Yep.
Okay, that's what I'm saying.
Pet
I got-
Cemetery.
It's got to be that because that was very loved. Mary Lambert's take on Pet Cemetery, although I'm not a big fan.
Yeah, it's it.
Yeah, I
though.
just like it. Like,
It's Pet Cemetery. Yeah. Runners up: Friday 8, Jason Takes Manhattan, Puppet Master, Shocker, and
Shocker!
Tetsuo the Iron Man.
Oh,
yeah.
for fuck's sake.
Yeah. I don't
Tetsuo,
know.
okay.
Yeah. 1990 actual Oscar Best Actress. One from this movie.
Misery has to be.
Yeah.
Has to be.
It was
Yeah.
Misery, yeah.
Yes.
Kathy
Yep.
Bates.
There you go. Yep. Misery. Runners up: Arachnophobia, Gremlins 2, Nightbreed, and Tremors. Huh. Okay. 91. We don't have to say anything because we know.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, that's of course.
Best Picture, Best Actress, Best Actor, Best Director. Shit. Best Adapted Screenplay. All won.
Wow.
And
Popcorn.
nominated for editing and sound. Yeah.
Yep. The movie Carly.
Silence of the Lambs.
Silence of the
Sorry.
Lambs, yep.
Sorry, Popcorn. Runners up: Cape Fear,
It's-
People Under the Stairs, Hit the
So-
Pendulum.
They
and
love their
Sometimes They come back.
well, the Craven ones they've mentioned have been the good ones, other than Shocker.
Yeah. 92. I think this is somewhat easy. No actual Oscars. So what would you pick for 92?
I mean, at this point, I have to say Army of Darkness, don't I? But it's not going to be that one. It's gonna let's see. Was Dracula this year, or was that 93?
Yeah. Oh no, I'm confused too.
Bram Stoker's
It's
It's
Dracula.
not in 92.
This gets
Candyman.
yeah,
Then. Candyman or
if
Dracula?
Candyman is 92, it's Candyman, no question.
Yeah.
It's Candyman.
Yeah.
Okay.
There you go. Yep. Runners up: Army of Darkness, Buffy, Dead Alive, Raising Cain.
Buffy.
Yeah.
This is
No
fun.
one's gonna get. No one's gonna
Yeah.
get 93. Actual Oscars, none. I don't think anyone's gonna get this.
93.
Okay, I gotta guess because it's sitting. Jay the Dead bought it for me, and the Blu-ray sitting over on my dresser. It is Kronos.
It fucking is Chronos.
What?
Oh,
I'm just
Nice,
looking at
man.
it over there. Kronos, and no
Amazing.
joke, he bought me Kronos and Silence of the Lambs like a year ago.
Awesome.
And they're sitting over there. Yeah, sitting on my dresser. Just recently, I was like doing some shuffling around, and there they are.
what a great call, though. You guys are on fire. That's awesome. Runners up: Dark Half, Jason Goes to Hell, please. Leprechaun and Needful Things.
Leprechaun and Jason Goes to Hell. Runners up. Are you? That just shows you how fucking piss poor the year was.
Right?
The 90s suck. Starting in 93, bad. Okay, let's
Leroy
continue
Brown.
there. 94, Oscars, none. I don't think anyone's going to guess this movie, 1994.
Oh, I got two, and I think I'm
drawing a
going
blank.
Interview with the Vampire, or if Mary Shelley's Frankenstein isn't 95, I have to look that up. I would say that one because Kenneth Branagh is like a serious guy. So one of those two is my guess.
All right, see anything?
Yes,
I no, I'll ape off of if it interviews that year, it's Interview with the Vampire.
has to be.
Okay. In the Mouth of Madness.
Wow, they love
Yeah,
their
fair
they
enough.
love Carpenter, and that it makes
Yeah.
sense.
Fair enough.
Oh, and Wes Craven's New Nightmare was that year too. I should have
Love
known.
that. Yeah, that's one of my favorites in the franchise.
Runners up: Cemetery Man, Mary Shelley's
Oh.
Frankenstein, New
Love
Nightmare,
Cemetery
and
Man.
Wolf.
Okay.
There
Damn,
you go.
that's actually a better year than I thought.
Yeah, man. Okay, 95.
Okay, I don't know anything.
This was up for film editing. That's it.
In
And if you think about
95,
it,
film.
And if you think
editing.
about it, for editing, it makes sense. This probably isn't going to be the easiest. You'd have to look it up, maybe, but
film
not a very
editing,
str-
95.
not a very
Nothing is
strong
com-
year.
Nothing's
So-
coming to mind with 95.
No, well, it was Lord of the Illusions came out, but that didn't win editing, so I know it's not that. And now I'm
Seven?
not even.
Is that
7.
95?
David
7,
Fincher.
95?
There
Yeah,
you go.
7.
Okay.
Good
There
call,
you go.
Watts. Yeah, as soon as
Okay.
you said
I
it,
pulled-
as soon as
pulled
you
that
said the
s-
name, I'm like, that's it.
I pulled that out of my dick, dude.
Very
That's great.
nice. Woo!
Wolf
7.
dick.
Yep. Runners up: Tales from the Crypt, Demon Knight, Lord of Illusions, The Prophecy, and Species. The fucking 90s.
Wow.
Okay.
Species.
96, Oscars, none. This is probably obvious, all
Scream.
too obvious.
I would love Frighteners for visual effects or From Dusk Till Dawn, but it's always going to be Scream,
Yep,
you know?
it is Scream.
Yeah.
Runners up: The Craft, From Dusk Till Dawn, The Frighteners, The Stendhal Syndrome. Okay.
Oh yeah, I forgot about Stendhal syndrome. Yeah,
96 was good for a hot minute. That's true.
a little bit. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. 97 Oscars, none. I don't think anyone's going to get this. It's a foreign movie. I'll give you a hint.
Oh, okay. Then
Okay.
if it's foreign, then
Mhm.
I'm gonna go because I've reviewed both of these. Perfect Blue, or I think Funny Games is from this year. That would be. Those are
See?
my like. I'm venturing. Those.
I have no clue. So Perfect
Okay.
Blue sounds like a good one to
It's Funny
copy.
Games. It's Funny
Oh,
Games.
Okay.
Actually.
Yep. I love Funny
Runners
Games.
up.
Good call.
Event Horizon, I Know What You Did Last Summer, Mimic, and Scream 2. So, all right. 98 Oscars, none. This one deserves to win. 1998.
98. I mean,
I'm
it's,
big on this movie. It's highly influential. all
obviously
I'm
it's
gonna
the
say.
Psycho remake. Obviously. Next.
What else came out?
No,
Why
I
am I-
don't know anything else from 98.
Yeah.
I can't think of anything.
It was-
It's foreign. It's a foreign movie again.
98.
Nothing's coming to mind.
Nobody.
Oh,
Okay.
No, I got nothing.
It's fucking Ringu, man. Good old Ring.
Okay.
yeah.
And it should be. And it
Okay.
should be because it's the best there
Wow.
to me.
Yeah.
Very
I was just
great movie.
total blank.
Dude.
Yeah, I understand. If you don't know the year, you're not going to think about that.
Yeah.
Right. Runners up Blade, The Faculty, Halloween H2O, and John Carpenter's Vampires.
Oh, okay.
There you go. 1999, actual Oscars, none. You might be able to guess this, but it's maybe not. Because there's a couple that I think it's easily between two that would come to mind. I'll say that. And it's one
Only
of those ones.
1999 movie I can think of off the top of my head is Sleepy Hollow. And I feel that's like a big production. And I think
Tim Burton. Yeah, you might be right.
well, Blair Witch was this year.
Oh, Blair Witch. Blair
Yeah.
Witch.
Yeah. So yeah,
gotta be
have
Blair
Blair
Witch.
Witch.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yes, it
yeah.
is.
Yeah. Okay.
Well, here's
Yeah.
what I thought. Here's the runners up: Audition, Ravenous, the Sixth Sense, Stir of Echoes. I would have thought the Sixth
Wait,
Sense.
didn't the Sixth Sense win some actual Oscars?
Yeah.
No,
Oh, I
no
thought Toni
nominations,
Collette-
nothing.
Well, okay. I thought Toni Collette got something for that.
Unless this article's wrong, but
But you
it
don't.
says
Yeah.
none.
Don't trust me. I have no clue. Okay.
All right, the year 2000, actual Oscars, none.
See, I thought Ravenous came out this year, but that's again, it all blends together
Yeah.
sometimes too. So then now we've got Final Destination, American Psycho. I'll go with American Psycho.
Oh, yep. Yep. I'm with C. American
Agreed.
Psycho.
It is. It's American Psycho. Yes. Actual Oscars,
Yeah.
none. Runners up: Final Destination, Ju-on the Curse, Pitch Black, and What Lies Beneath.
Hmm.
Okay. 2001. No
I know
one
this
is
year.
going to guess this movie.
Oh,
No
it's not
one.
gonna be. It's not gonna be the others. Then it's gonna be something like. It's not gonna be Frailty. I would love for the
Nobody.
others in Frailty.
What
It's gonna
lies
be like
beneath?
Hannibal. Oh, okay.
No
Oh,
one's
What
going to
Lies
buy. No one.
Beneath? What lies beneath?
No one's getting this. It's Trouble Every Day.
Oh, the
I mean-
French Extreme one.
Yeah.
Or is that the one?
Yeah.
that we
yeah,
reviewed
it is
on the
with,
French-
Vincent Gallo and
Yep. No one was going to get that.
yeah.
So I
fair
just,
enough.
runners up: Devil's Backbone, Frailty, Jeepers Creepers, Session 9.
Others got done dirty.
That wasn't even. Yeah. Okay.
I know they did. You're right. Okay. 2002, actual Oscars, none. This
Ring.
one,
Well, you got me in the right frame of mind now, since you said Trouble Every Day. So I'm saying Irreversible.
okay. Both wrong. 28
Oh.
days later.
Oh,
28 days later. Not surprised.
I always think. I'm sorry. I always think of that as a.
I thought that
Yeah,
was an
yeah.
03. But no,
No,
I get
02.
again some of those.
Yeah,
Years I get
Yeah.
no
mixed
one's
up.
an
Yeah.
expert.
Okay.
I know this one. Yeah, runners up: Cabin Fever, Dog Soldiers, Dark Water, The Ring. Okay. 2003, none.
None. The
Who
year my
won?
son was born.
It's a foreign movie.
Foreign movie. Then, well, I did a big swing and a miss last time. I'm going with the other French, the rip,
High tension.
oh yeah, Haute Tension. Yeah.
You're correct.
High tension. Yeah.
Beautiful.
Yeah, very
What's the
good.
other name for it? What's the other name for it?
Hot.
Oh.
like
Oh, Switchblade
No, no.
Romance.
Switchblade.
Yeah.
Thank you. Yeah, I couldn't.
Yep.
Yeah, okay.
But yeah, Haute Tension.
Yeah.
Runners up, Tale of Two Sisters.
Oh,
House of a Thousand Corpses. Irreversible, Wrong Turn. So
Okay.
Irreversible was on there somewhere.
okay, cool. Okay, sweet.
Just the other year. Okay, 2003. All right, 2004. Actual Oscars, none. We probably know what this is.
Well, it's Dawn of the Dead or Texas Chainsaw Massacre remake.
Oh, okay.
You
I'm
agree?
gonna go with Texas Chainsaw.
Can't think of what else.
Texas Chainsaw was 03.
Oh shit. Okay, well then I'll go Dawn of the Dead.
The Passion of the Christ.
The Passion of the Christian.
Yeah.
No, the answer is Saw.
Dawn.
Oh shit.
duh,
Of course it is.
Of course.
Yeah.
Of course. it
Runners
is.
up, Dawn of the Dead, The Grudge, Shaun of the Dead, and The Village. It's a good year, man.
Yeah,
That is a good year.
that was a good.
Yeah. And if you notice, though, 2004 and the late 90s, the early 2000s, a lot of foreign. You know, you see a lot of them popping up. All right, 2005. We've
Devil's
already
Rejects.
discussed it.
Yeah, Devil's
Tonight.
Rejects. That's the only one from 2005 I can think of off the top of my head.
Well, actually, no. The Descent.
What?
The Descent.
Oh!
2005.
Shit,
Yep.
you're right.
Yep. Runners up, Devil's
I'm-
Rejects,
Getting my phone.
Emily Rose, Hostel, Wolf Creek.
Another great year. This is when it started. This is why you say the 2000s fan
Yep.
of, because when you start listen, they might not be vast as some of the 80s and 70s, but like holy shit, you're starting to get multiple movies that
Yep.
like are considered heavy hitters for a lot.
For sure. Yeah, 2000s. Remember when we did our thing, our top 200? We were surprised at the amount of, at least I was surprised at the amount of 2000 movies that were on there. 2000 or 2009. It was
Yeah.
a lot of represented the top 200. Yeah, it was pretty cool. Okay. Number 2006. Yeah, number 2006. Year 2006. Actual Oscars, none. This is a foreign movie. I don't think anyone's going to know it.
Shoot, I was gonna say The Hills Have Eyes, or was that? No, that was 2005, I think. So, sorry. It's definitely not gonna be Silent Hill or Black Christmas. Gosh,
That-
the monster movie. Oh, I cannot think of the Host.
Yeah.
Is it?
Okay. Oh,
The
okay.
Host.
All
You
right.
got it.
Yep.
Yeah, we
Awesome.
were talking about it last week. The Host, yeah. Runners up: Hills Have Eyes, Silent Night. Pardon me. Hills Have Eyes, Silent Hill, Slither, and a Wicker Man. Okay.
Oh, the bees, the
The
bees.
Nicolas Cage.
Oh my god.
Okay, sure.
Wow, that's very strange.
pretty
to see
wild.
that there. Yeah. Okay. Actual Oscars 2007, none. This should be relatively easy though.
Oh,
Well,
man.
no, I shouldn't say that because I shouldn't say that. But
pretty loaded here.
2007.
Trick or Treat.
Yeah, I'd say Trick or Treat as well.
I want it to be, but I don't know if it will win it.
It's Paranormal Activity.
Oh, I
Runners up.
always think of that as a 2009 movie.
I
but yeah,
know
guess
because it
technically
original. Yeah, shit.
I guess same
Just
with
like Trick or Treat.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yep.
Runners up: 30 Days a Night, The Mist, The Orphanage,
Oh,
and Wreck.
look at those.
Yeah,
Look at,
so,
look
I
at that.
mean-
My
stats,
God,
baby.
that is
Yeah.
a stacked year.
That's good stuff. Wow. Yeah. Okay. 2008 Oscars, none. What do you got?
2008.
Strangers.
Strangers or Martyrs, like in Cloverfield.
Martyrs is 09. Oh, it's Martyrs.
Oh, Martyrs
08,
is 09. You're right. Okay.
Yeah,
never mind.
that because I was saving that
okay.
for, but I
Gutter
mean, who
Balls.
knows? Oh my god.
Gutter balls.
Best
No,
mask.
it's the Strangers. It's the
Okay.
Strangers. Runners up: Cloverfield, Eden Lake, Let the Right One In, and The Runes.
Okay.
Wow. Another good year. Shit. 2008. Okay, 2009 actual Oscars, none.
Oh, I'm actually surprised because I would say Antichrist should
Oh, right.
actually have gotten an Oscar. I don't
Oh,
know if this list will go that way though. Might go
Right.
like fucking Thirst or something. Like I know that one is and The Collector would be kind of cool for the scheme of this list. But yeah, what do you think, C?
I got to go with Martyrs only
Oh,
because that's
yep, yeah, I forgot it's 2000. Yeah, I always think of it 2008, and yeah, Martyrs.
All right. I'm surprised you didn't get this, Watson. 2009, Drag Me to Hell.
Oh, damn.
Yep.
Love that movie. Okay.
Yeah. Runners up: House of the Devil, Human Centipede, Orphan, and Zombieland.
wow.
No words of
Wow.
martyrs.
No martyrs, no thirst, and Antichrist. How about that?
2010, we actually have a winner nominated for Best Picture,
Oh, okay.
one for Best Actress, nominated for Director, nominated for Cinematography, nominated for Editing. So Best Actress was it. Did anyone know what this is?
Black Swan.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Black Swan. All right.
Yep.
Fuck yes.
It was a great movie.
Cool. Yeah, for sure. And the runners up: I Saw the Devil, Insidious, Last Exorcism, Piranha 3D. Okay.
Piranha 3D.
2011. This is the year we're doing now on 22 Shots. Actual Oscars, none. Any guess?
I got to look at the list of movies.
Yeah, nothing's coming to
off the top
mind.
of my head. Fuck. I don't know.
Tell you what, it's a good year.
Is it?
It's a good fucking
Yeah, I
year.
gotta see if I can look
I
at
know
some
because I have a
movies.
list of all the movies because we're doing it.
I mean, like,
But-
if this were like a real Oscar sort of situation, Take Shelter, I think would probably be one that would like be a serious movie. But I'm trying to think, is your next 2011 or 2013? How would they consider that? I know that's either, but those are the only two coming to mind right now, and it better not be fucking Apollo 18. Fuck that movie. But
Well, I'm looking at a list. I'm not even sure. I didn't even realize this movie came out this year, so maybe it's wrong. But if this list is correct, Insidious.
oh, I would have thought Insidious was 2010.
So did
thought it
I.
was 2010. Let's see.
So maybe
yeah, it
those
showed
ones
up
are
on the
wrong.
last one. Yep, it showed up as
Okay.
a runner-up.
So then forget that because why is this? This is I can't even. I'm googling a list
The
and
Skin I Live In is definitely award worthy, but that's not going to be on here. That's I was like, Antonio, no. If you ever seen Skin I Live In 2011,
Yeah.
the foreign.
Yeah,
oh
it's
my goodness,
interesting.
I
Yeah.
was like, yo, once everything is revealed, it's like that's
Yeah.
body horror right there.
well, there's also there's Kill
Word.
List,
Oh, kill
and then
List,
there's
please.
everybody's favorite Flanagan movie, Abstentia.
Oh, Dave, yeah, we like that movie. Yeah, Dave,
Yeah.
I have no idea, man. I'm not.
Well, it did come up. It's your next.
Oh, okay.
So
Yeah.
you did say it, Watson. You just
Yep,
wasn't
okay.
sure about the year. So it's your next. Runners up: Absentia, Fright Night, Kill List, and Red State.
Oh, okay.
There you
Yep.
go. 2012 Oscars, none. This could probably be.
I'm not
guessed.
looking in it because that actually throws me off. Try to look and it ends up not
Yeah.
helping me out at all. Is it Maniac remake?
I'm gonna say
Nope.
Cabin in the Woods.
Yes, Cabin in the Woods.
Okay.
Yep. Runners up: Devil Inside, Lords of Salem, Sinister, and VHS.
Dang, all great movies.
So was the fact that that's crazy. If Maniac was, did I have the right year on that one?
Yeah.
Was that 13? Yeah,
Yeah.
interesting.
Not there though. Actual Oscars, none for 2013. This should be relatively easy.
Oh, I mean, it was like the biggest movie of the year. It's got to be The Conjuring.
I mean, yeah, James Wan.
Yeah, it's
Yep.
The Conjuring. Yep.
Okay.
Of course. Runners up: Mama, The Purge, Oculus, We Are What We Are. Okay.
Oh, yeah, okay.
Yeah. All right. 2014 actual Oscars, none. 2014.
So you know how what we start getting into these newer years, and we do the
Yeah.
thing we do where we go by wide release. But
Yes.
this is where I'm getting a little confused because I think 2014 was the year of like the Babadook and It Follows, even though they were 15 for us. I feel like it's one of those two.
Yeah, it's got to be.
Unless
I'll say
yeah.
It Follows. You go with the Puppeteer.
okay, indeed, yeah. Let's split it like that. Yeah.
You're good. It's It Follows. Yep, it's It Follows.
Okay.
Yep. Runners up: A Girl Walks Home Alone at Night. Wow, beloved. The Babadook, Starry Eyes, What We
Ooh.
Do in the Shadows.
Yeah. Oh, look at
Fuck.
that.
Good year,
Stacked.
man. Yeah. Ah, damn. All right. 2015 actual Oscars, none.
Well, they're gonna call
Invitation?
it The Witch.
Well,
2015,
you say
so-
The Witch because you're probably right because people love it. I'll say The Invitation because it's
Okay,
also
okay.
loved. just not to the same extent, it seems.
Yep. It is The Witch. It is The Witch, and it should be. Clickety. So, runners up, Bone Tomahawk,
Nice.
Green Room, The Invitation, The Visit.
Yep. I want to see Blackcoat's Daughter in there, but other than that, great list.
Right. All right, number 16, 2016. I don't think you guys are going to get this. Actual Oscars, none. But I don't think you guys are going to get this.
Is it a movie we've heard of?
Of course, we've reviewed it on this show. I just don't think you guys would think that somebody would have it as the number one, the Oscar.
I'll go Split. I just remember that was like a big movie that year. Or was that 17? Shoot.
I think it's 17.
Yeah, I think you're right.
Was Green Room from this year? I'll go Green Room.
That was the year before. We just talked about it.
We did.
2016's Raw.
You're as bad as I am.
The Raw got a lot of love. I'll go Raw. I don't think it's gonna be it though.
Yeah, I can't. I'm drawing a blank.
Okay.
So Raw.
Don't breathe, Brandon. Don't breathe.
Oh.
Yep. Don't breathe. Runners up: 10 Cloverfield Lane, Hush, Ouija, Origin of Evil, and Raw. So more love, Raw. Okay, more Raw love. I mean, love Raw.
Raw.
Raw dog. All right. Yeah. 2017. Wow.
It.
I'm getting it. Yeah, it's it chapter 1.
It or Get Out. That's the thing, though, isn't it?
Yep. Oh.
Actual Oscars. Best Picture nominated.
Get Out. Yeah.
Best Actor nominated. Best Director nominated.
Yeah.
Best Original Screenplay won. And we know that it's Get Out. It was the only one that won the award. So runners up: Gerald's Game, It Comes at Night, and Mother. Okay.
Yep. Watson's favorite. It Comes at Night.
All right. 2018. Actual
Hereditary.
Oscars, none.
Yep.
This is the last one. Yes.
It's got to be Hereditary.
No, it is. It's Hereditary. Runners up: A Quiet Place, The First Purge, The Nun, Unfriended, Dark Web. There was a lot better movies in 2018.
Yeah.
Than
wow.
Okay, Quiet Place is fine. Great.
The Quiet Place is awesome. Yeah.
But First Purge, Nun, and Unfriended, Dark Web, which I actually like.
I like that movie a lot too. But House that Jack built is one of those that should have actually gotten an Oscar along with Hereditary.
Fucking Suspiria. Yeah.
Oh hell yeah.
Yeah. So there you go. That's the end. That was 2018. It was only a 40-year deal.
We did it.
Awesome.
Yeah. So we did do it. 11/11.
That was fun. That was a lot of fun. Hopefully it was fun to listen to because I never know all these list move ones translate. So we'll see, because that's been 2 in a row that we've done. Well, 3, but the first one was more just you rambling off Christmas movies that I've never heard of before in my life that have been ranked top Christmas movies of the last 10, 20 years. I'm like, what are you talking
of all time? About? But they were
of all time, yes,
recent years that no one ever heard of.
Oh wow!
Yeah,
but I don't mean to shut us down. I have to be up in less than 5 hours. 5 hours, 5.5 hours.
Let's get you to sleep, buddy. Let's get you to sleep.
Yeah,
let's get you to sleep.
Well, hopefully I can get to sleep fast, but yeah, it's fine. It's not that it's super late. I just have to wake up super early tomorrow.
Yeah,
it sucks. I'm on vacation, but it sucks.
No.
Understood.
I mean, I'm off.
Okay.
I'm not going anywhere.
But
no, Watson, awesome having you. Glad that you're back and glad that you're going to be on our next show.
Oh, can't wait, man. I live for it. Thanks for having me on, guys. This is the only way I wanted to spend my Sunday, and I mean that. So
yeah. And since Christmas is come and gone, since when this comes out, Happy New Year, everybody. Wishing you a Happy New Year, and we'll be back with our top 23 of 2023, I guess.
Woo!
Yeah, early January.
And thanks again to Watson, of course.
Thank you, Dave. Much love always, brother. You know it.
We'll see you again next week, our next show, of course. And that's awesome. Thanks everyone for bearing with us. The last couple months, last month not doing anything, and this month just kind of slowly transitioning into it. But that's all I was really capable of. So we're here though. We're good. We're happy. Good, and Watson, you want to promote something before you jet?
Oh, sure. Yeah. Folks out there, check out Horror Movie Weekly. You can hear Jay of the Dead and me on a two-man show we're doing over there, where with a frequent revolving door of guests coming through. We've got some great stuff coming down the pipeline for you. And of course, Dave Z and joins us, and Jay and me, and a host of other fine gentlemen. Y'all know them, legends in the game. For Jay of the Dead's new horror movies at newhorrormovies.com. And of course, the Watsy Party Horror Show is just, I promise you, it's still alive. We got some cool stuff going on that'll be kind of bleeding over into Jay of the Dead's new horror movies once the dust settles from all the New Year hubbub and all that and lists and everything. Dave had a really good idea for something to bring to that show that's Watsy centric and everything. And just anytime I get to record with you guys, it's awesome, and get to talk to the other headites and everything like that. I need to start posting jokes in the old page more, get a presence going again. So
Nice.
Because I love the people,
Awesome,
love
man.
y'all, and yep. Thank you so much for having me on. I've had the stupidest shit-eating grin on my face for this entire time. So
We can see. Oh wait, no, that's just your picture.
yeah, that's my mug up there. So yeah.
Awesome.
Awesome, man.
All
No,
right,
great,
well-
great having you.
Thank you.
Yep. Yeah, we'll see you soon. And thanks again, Watson. Thanks again, Christian, for all you do. And sorry to keep you up late. And
Fine. I'm
listeners,
gonna jerk off
we
and go to
love you.
bed.
There you go. We love you, listeners. Happy holidays. Happy
that
New
guy.
Year. Manchichi. And that's all we can say. We're out of here. Peace.